Alright, give me 1 second, people. I'm just doing a quick little thing. What's up, people? Like I said, give me 1 second. Just tweeting it out real quick. Give me 1 hot second. All right. Alrighty. Hi. Yes, we're all aboard the struggle bus at the moment, but we got this. So before we begin the actual thing, oh wait, first, let's fill the silence here. Hey. Let me know if the music's good. Like, I can never tell if I'm doing it right each time. Okay, so before I actually go, dive into the specifics of what we're doing, I want to go over the, I made some slight changes to this off camera. One, I just decided to make a new tier called Power Creep. PowerCreep.exe, because, y'all, the cows are just, or the cattle are just a chop above the rest, and the power creep is insane. I had Trumbull down here before, and then somebody mentioned a set that I was like, oh duh, that's obvious enough, and I don't know why I didn't think of it, but it kind of just stomps on anything and everything, so he's up here. Another change is Shachi was moved down to here. It could be even lower, but not super duper low. But with Shachi's hidden ability not working, Foul Chant can't schmack stuff reliably, so it's strong but not reliable at the moment. And it's not down here because Elemental Burst is the thing, and it still does quite a bit of damage. But if Foul Chant were to hit, it'd be up here. But 70% accuracy is what we're working with, and that's never good. So Shachi's down there, those two are up there, and we're gonna keep on chugging along. Anyway, we got all these to deal with, and I figured I'd start cranking out the low tier stuff pretty quick because not much to talk about here. Wiki down here for sure. Cynomouth down here for sure. Bracaloa probably down here too. Pretty much Desired. They're both stupid. This is because Battlehorn is stupid. This is because Tone Deaf is stupid. I'll cover why these things go down here in a second, but I'm just trying to. This would be either here or there. I don't think this is as bad as these three, but it's still bad, so I put it down here. Ventation, probably here. Is Ikazune garbage now? I don't know yet. I'll put him there. I don't actually no, I'll put him down here. I'm gonna cover all these new additions right after I put them here, but for now I'm just trying to organize myself just so I can see what I'm actually working with. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just trying to take care of the C tier stuff. This would either be in the B or C+. I'm feeling it goes here, but I feel like it's better than Dustgate overall, so I feel like Dustgate goes here. Is Swolder really below Wiki? Wiki can beat Zulong. Swolder can't. Yeah, Shachi, because its hidden ability doesn't work, I can't put it up here. Its hidden ability doesn't work, so Foul Chant is 70% accurate. So it's super unreliable, and if you miss, you're pretty much dead because you have no bulk. So, yeah. I'll pretty much cover the rest of this stuff later. So, the C tier was filled out with Dusket because, one, Dusket's damage output is very lacking. Yeah, it would definitely be up here if it, like, the hidden ability actually worked, but for now, it's there. Also, hi, Jason. And Murky. Forgot to say hi to you too. Anyway, I put WikiWiki's down here, Krakaloa's down here, and Cynomouth's down here. C-, they all have like one niche they have, and that makes them better than Swolder, who has really no niche. Like, I guess Swolder, you can, take 80% of your health to eat a jungle jutsu, slow down Top, and 2-hit KO it back. That's a guess, but you know, why would you do that when you can just use literally anything else to beat Top? Anyway, WikiWiki's down here because it used to be fine at poisoning and Wonder Herb. You know, it had its own thing that nobody else could do. But you know, Florant got that. It got both poison and Wonder Herb. It's better with Sap Plant because of drainage. And yeah. And other stuff got the gifts, like Shachi is a better health gifter than this. This could use health gift better. So it's like WikiWiki, the only thing it has over Florant and Gastrook is it reliably beats Zulong. It can just sit in front of it. This puts a sub up and WikiWiki can't do anything. This can poison WikiWiki and thus force Wonder Herb while it just Jungle Jutsu spams. Seer Knight blasts through it. Sleep Beast Slumber. And yeah, so this can blast through it, this blasts through it. Super effective. Wonder Herb plus, you know, yeah, it just, yeah, no. WikiWiki sucks. It did get Scapegoat, but so now it can do nothing behind a Scapegoat. Woo. Oh yeah, definitely desired because this thing. Cynomoth, it can put stuff to sleep. Nothing else can do that. That's why it's not here. WikiWiki is a thick Loomian. Yeah, it's super thick and does absolutely nothing. Alright, what else did I just recently throw in here? Oh yeah, Krakaloa. It's a fire type that pretty much beats all the other fire types. It has Mud Spatter, so it can beat Seer Knight, it can beat Ikazune. Which might be worthy of this, but literally it just kind of sits there. It has no real defensive utility. Chartiki, I wouldn't put down here because it could do slightly more stuff. It could, it gets fire and plant strong. It has strong moves in both of those categories, so it hits all right. But it's even then, you know, this can wall it. This can actually beat it down. This beats it 1v1, but it can't actually keep a sub up versus it. You know, it just has a terrible matchup versus up here. It beats Vesperatu. Cool, maybe. Never mind. Slap down. Never mind. But it can't switch in, so that's fun. Florant, I'll have to calc, but I believe it beats Florant. Here, let's... Chartiki. 200. It got Muck Blast, by the way, via... Rally, but that doesn't really help it since, you know, fire hits water, grass hits, what? No, not fire. Fire doesn't hit water. Fire hits plant, and plant hits water. Toxic's good on both of those, but now you have stab on things that can, you know, do that. But the only benefit of Muck Blast is that it hits Ancient for neutral, so... Anyway, Fire Breath. Nature's Force. Muck Blast. And then, like, Scapegoat or something. Chartiki did get Scapegoat, so that's cool. But, like, Florant. let's see. Ferroblast. Ferroblast can pop the sub. That's fun. I don't think Parasitize can. Cool. I mean, sure, Desired, but like, why are you not using Brute Force? Yeah, it could beat down Florian. I think. Let's see, Clever. Yeah, it can. I forgot it's plant time, so you can't sap plant it anyway. Yeah, it'll beat Florian. Anyway, so it's okay. I might actually put it up here, because it's better than this. Volcaloa, I wouldn't put it down here because it has actual presence. It could do something other than, you know, take damage. It can't take damage. It can do a little bit, but it's just worse versions of stuff up here, like a worse fire type than this, or Eruptodon. Ancient type, you have this. Even Shachi hits harder with ancient stuff than Volcaloa does. Like here, let's just use Zulong as our thing. Volcaloa, 200, Primal Slash, 91 to 108. Why don't I have Weavolt Nest here? Boy, if you don't shut up. And then Shachi, 200, Mystic Wand. Give me that Mystic Wand. Elemental Burst. It does relatively the same amount of damage despite hitting a higher defense stat, so that's fun. And then Volcaloa just can't even beat the dang Obsidian, despite, you know, Obsidian being weak to it. That does nothing. And then, you know, the defense goes up, so that's fun. And yeah, Volcaloa is like super duper frail. Yeah. So yeah, I have him down there. Ventation, it's kind of like Luminami. It's a defensive water type that just doesn't do anything. I might actually put it up here because Geyser helps it out, but it's less bulky overall than Luminami. It could take a physical hit better, but yeah, the range side is a struggle. And, you know, Top Mewtwo existing just kind of invalidate it. Anyway, so that's why everything is where it's at, but down here. So now we can actually cover actual stuff to talk about. So what do y'all wanna cover that's down here? And yeah, that's true, Hunt, but like Luminami shouldn't be all too common because this pops it, or this, and this can all pop it easily. This pops it, this can beat it, depending on the set. Just so much beats Luminami now, it's kind of insane. So, will I be streaming Pokemon for Christmas? Maybe not Christmas Day because, you know, that's a family time. But after Christmas, yeah, because that's when I get my capture card. Anyway, we're covering Avitross now. Cool. Avitross got a spectacular little buff in Thunder Crash and Sharpen. Cool. Used to really like Luminami. Luminami would have been pretty good as long as you know, not literally everything could kind of smack it down now. Like even Luminami could beat it 1v1 now because, you know, Sharpen exists, Thunder Crash, like let's Luminami. Let's say add Munchlax to S tier or I Cry. Also, thank you for the $2 super chat, dude. Or $1.99. Can't assume things in 2019, but here, this is a robust set. Luminami, let's say let's fix this real quick. Gamma Pulse. Let's say this is a very defensive thing. Gamma Pulse. I don't see soft water happening now that, you know, Power Napper's more common. Sleet Shot. No, wait. Chili Chomp? Sleet Shot. Let's Yeah, in this case, Sleet Shot, because why not? Anyway, Luminami switches in. Avitross sharpens. Oop, you're 2-hit KO'd now. Oh boy, Luminami now loses to the bird. Luminami can't do jack diddly squat now. But of course, you could not go this route and go the smart route, and you know, you're still 2-hit KO'd and you have a bit more presence. Jack diddly squat. So yeah, that's a thing, and yeah, Luminami just can't do much. Everything can break through Luminami, and it's kind of sad. Before, like here, this is +1. Oh wait, no, +1. Robust. Oh wait, no, but this is before Sharpen existed. That's before Sharpen existed. That was the most Avitross could do to Luminami. After Sharpen existed, along with Thunder Crash, this is how much it could do. It's just, yeah, Luminami's hardcore struggle. Yeah, one of the only tanks without proper utility. Yeah, Jamie talked to me, he's like, I just don't see Luminami with poison. It just doesn't make sense. Sorry, had to sneeze. That was bad. Anyway, wow, I can't believe I'm still kind of sick. That's kind of sad. Anyway, thank you guys for the blessies. Anyway, but yeah, Avitross kind of beats down Luminami. Yeah, but yeah, Luminami is just a poor case. You mentioned haze. Get a different kind of haze. I don't care if you... some sort of haze. Give us haze. Luminami actually gets some utility. But, if we can't poison and burning's off the table... Like, is there any kind of poison move? No, because... Yeah, he doesn't want to give it poison. He believes... He's a hardcore believer that it doesn't make any sense. But, like, haze works. What else? Like, even Calm Mind of some sort. Like, a bulky Calm Mind. So, like, Peace of Mind rather than Mind's Eye. That'd be a nice buff. It could be able to take on more ranged stuff. It would... I believe the current Tatab set would not beat it. Let's assume... Like, Tatab comes in and you're at +1 now. You're at +1/+1, and then, yeah, like Calm Mind would be a decent buff. Rather than this, then it would go Clever. And you know, suddenly, oh, then Jungle Jutsu breaks through it. Oof. Yeah, but maybe not Tata, but other stuff like Shachi. Shachi would not break through it. But like Haze. Calm Mind or Peace of Mind. What else? Try to think of all the defensive utility. A phasing move. Cosmic Power is kind of eh. If it had something like Stored Power, but like we're I don't know, but like something. It's not my job to figure this out. It's your job. Anyway, we're going back to Avitross. This is supposed to be about Avitross. Oh, wait, that's why Tatab was breaking. Because there's that +1. There we go. That makes more sense. We could actually do this, yeah. And you set up a little bit more. New hazard. He doesn't want to do hazards for a while. He keeps saying he doesn't want to just... He doesn't like the idea of hazard stacking. What moveset should you have? Oh, I'm sorry about that loud noise. I tried to adjust my leg and ended up kicking my desk. Anyway, what moveset should you have? Male Bull? I'm not really covering Bull right now, but maybe later. Because, you know, I already have him way up. We already covered Bull. We talked extensively about Bull in the other two streams. Guys, I have ridiculously long legs, so it's really hard to move these things around. Anyway, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Done with it. Borok. Let's see. How much damage does this do? Oh. How much speed am I gonna run on my Borok? I don't know. They should make hidden power secret strength. What? Oh, secret strength. Ha 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 ha. So yeah, anything. Anyway, the cool thing, the good thing about Avitross, one, the ability rev up means it doesn't have to run any speed whatsoever, and at +1 it outspeeds everything. Let's take Gobademic because he's the new fast boy. Nimble, 190, +1 with 0 speed, 207. +1 speed. Well, after 1 turn, you outspeed everything in the game, so you don't need any speed whatsoever. Can Avitross shut down Obsidian? Absolutely not. Obsidian boosts his defense every time he takes a hit. So, unless you're already at like +6, you're not gonna break through him. Like literally +6. Okay, +5. +4. Okay, so up to +4, +3. Yeah, okay, so up to if you're at +3 already, if you're at +3, you could beat down Obsidian. But until like +3 before Obsidian shows up, I mean. If you somehow manage that, then yes, you could break through Obsidian, but other than that, no, you're not going to break him. Okay, back to the actual topic at hand. Avitross is good for 1, revenge killing, and 2, some of the less bulkier walls, like not Obsidian. If it's not Obsidian, it could just sharpen and blaze through it. Robust AV still works. I mean, if you want, you could do a tanky. Let's like, I don't see a use in this. Or like what? 100 robust Serenite puts you at -1. I can't remember. Yeah, Avitross also works for hazard control because it gets gust. Yeah, you're not. I'm just trying to get. This is the set I plan on running with. Yeah. I could see this kind of working because like you could actually kind of sharpen in its face and hopefully you don't get burnt. Just hope you don't get burnt, and then just sharpen perch. So a bulky. It's not ideal. I definitely wouldn't recommend a bulky bird, but you know it's a thing. It's apparently a thing that could do something. So anyway. Zulong is a thing, though? Yeah, I know. Oh, speaking of Zulong. You're doing 34 to 41. So once, what is this? 34 times... Oh, so this is basically 35. So once Zulong has taken 30% chip, good luck switching in. Or if he's at 50% and he switches in, you sharpen up. That's cool. But Avitross actually serves as a way to revenge kill even Zulong because of one rev up being able to speed him up past Zulong's level, and then even still doing a significant chunk to Zulong despite the resistance. So he's just one of the best revenge killers, and yeah. And recently with Thunder Crash and Sharpen, he can bust through some of the smaller walls. So why is Chili Chomp better than Blaze Chomp on Zulong? This thing right here. Chili Chomp. Oh, here, let's Chili Chomp. Blaze Chomp. That's why. That's why. Do you think Vesperatu might be good for PvP? Yes, sir. I have him here for now. Anyway. And even Gastroke, since it pretty much has to run Clever right now, because of Mewtwo existing, you can even blow through that. 104. Yeah. Even Chili Chomp, or even Gastroke can fall victim to this, so oof. Himber still walls AB2, but I doubt usage should be high enough. Probs Barb. I mean, I'll get to Himber too. Himber, nobody's using Himber, even though Himber is a lot better now. Anyway, but yeah, Himber will wall Avitross. Oh yeah, Gastroke won't wall Avitross. That's the thing. Yeah, I agree, Rojo. Nosedive will blow through Gastroke. What makes Himber a lot better? Earthquake makes it so it does not need to lock itself. It makes it so you don't have to commit. You can, like, let's say there's a Seer Knight in front of you, and you predicted to stay in, but they switch out to Tatab to take this hit. Yeti's Wrath doesn't do much, and, well, I mean, that's not the point, but it locks you in, and it makes Tatab able to just kill you right then and there. Earthquake lets you like, it makes it more safe. And, Brawl resists Ice, desired. Ice is weak to Brawl. You know, Earthquake is a thing to actually kill it. And so even if they do switch out, you ship the Tatab and you can get on out of there and come back later and do stuff. Before, you would hit the Tatab and then it would just kill you because you can't switch out because you're locked in this thing. So Earthquake makes it less of a commitment to use Himber. Now, you could definitely still run Yeti's Wrath because like if a Tatab drops or Avitross doesn't exist, even though who cares about Avitross, Himber will beat it down every time. Once the things are gone for Yeti's Wrath, you could just wham out with Yeti's Wrath and do some big damage before he drops. So this could be a set, or you could replace this with Dodge for stall or Quicksand to trap something, because it got Quicksand now. So you know, it has more options now that it doesn't have to Yeti's Wrath, and that's why. Yes, Himber got Quicksand. So Himber has more options, and it doesn't have to commit. And none of the fire types can actually outrate Oko Himber. Like this one gets the closest. Eruptodon is the closest to doing it, I think. Fire Essence, Pyro, Smart. That's the closest you get. Yeah, you definitely can, because your primary three moves would be Icicle Trap, Winter's Fury, Earthquake, and then you have a fourth move that it could be Quicksand or Dodge or Yeti's Wrath. Your choice, depending on what you want to do with it. But yeah, that's the closest you can get to Okoing a Himber with a fire type. Before boosting, of course. And Brawny's ideal for Yeti. Yeah, if you want to lash out, you can. And then, you know... Oh, wait. Brawny. Oh, wow. Earthquake just obliterates. That's cool. But yeah, you could even run an offensive Himber, and, you know, if you want, with the Yeti EQ combo. And let's actually test out... what it would... I don't know if I would want to do this or do this, to be honest, because the Spadef still, the Spadef would lower the damage of ranged moves more than the HP would, so, let's see here. Oh, dude. Let's see, 200, +1, Brawny, Earthquake, Raging Tackle. Yeah, there are times where you'll just be able to lash out with Yeti's Wrath. I don't know how much speed you'd run on this thing. I can't seem to think of anything. Because Seer Knights are going to be running less speed now, which makes this, you know, less desirable. I know it wants at least. I know Seer Knight wants at least 64 speed because that outspeeds 100 speed offensive Luminami, so you guarantee win that matchup. So I believe 100 speed Luminami is 97, so at minimum 48 speed. I'm trying to think of the faster stuff that might not want to run speed. I can't really think of much of anything, so for now, what is this? In that case, you'd be able to do that. But yeah, next update is looking cool. I mean, here, let's do Very Brawny, just cause, why not? Let's have some fun here. Very Brawny is a lot thicker. And since Himber's so slow, you could run, you'd run Clumsy and Sluggish. And Very Brawny is completely, Very Brawny Himber is like completely unaffected by the double drop because it doesn't need speed and it doesn't need range attack at all. So boom, it's a very solid candidate for a Very. You have to go for everything again, but Brick Bronze Destiny Knot was the exact same way desired. We had to redo everything there. But yeah, so yeah, the double Earth Stab Yeti is actually a legitimate set you could run right now. Also, why am I talking about Yeti's Wrath when Winter's Fury is right there? 3 hits of that is 60%, and it's not a commitment. I forgot about that. And 2 hits is 46%, which is more than that. So yeah, Himber's looking a lot more viable here. Let's go with the actual Himber set that's on here and replace this for Earthquake, Dodge. Just as an example. Anyway, let's go to Zulong here. Elemental Burst, 4-hit KO, possibly depending on the rolls and Amulet. And you know, Earthquake, 1 shot. And also, I personally don't like Staunch on it. Right now, it would only block the drop from Ancient Roar. Who cares? They're losing more by... you can... the stat decrease from Ancient Roar isn't really that big of a deal for a defensive Himber. And Seer Knight... unless it's like this... robust, and puts you at -1. Even then, you still have a very solid shot at 2-shotting. Very, very, very solid shot. But if you were to like go Staunch, you know, you're still 2-shotting either way. So it's like, oh wait, you're still 2-shotting either way. So it's like, yeah, it really wasn't that much of a surprise knowing we'd have to redo them because once we got the Destiny Knot, or its equivalent here, we were going to redo everything anyway. Because who wants to... Because ain't nobody got time to farm shards. Unless you're one of those people that bought it. Here you are. So, yeah. I just don't see a point in Staunch. Awakening's just better for it right now. The Seer Knight and Zulong are the only things that are, you know, gonna lower your stats, and it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, by the way, Searing Steel without Awakening ain't doing jack diddly. Oh, I mean, it hits you pretty hard, not gonna lie, but you know, it ain't gonna switch in on you just to lower it. Switching in on you to lower its attack and then possibly eat an Earthquake is just not what it wants to do. So anyway, Himber's pretty good. I have to say. What else is here? Bull. Oh, it loses to Bull. It definitely loses to Trumbull. Like, oh boy. It doesn't do much with Earthquake. And then Battlehorn just makes it do less. Like, you could do a couple variations of this, but I like Health Amulet over Typeless Essence on this thing because, you know, it restores the chip. It restores HP as you're boosting yourself. And, you know, eventually just wreck stuff. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, the Battlehorn is stupid. Anyway, so it definitely loses to Bull. It loses. Well, I shouldn't really consider these two because pretty much everything loses to these two, except like Seer Knight. Seer Knight doesn't lose to this if you train it right. And it still loses to Bull under the wrong. If the Bull's under the right circumstances, you lose to Bull too. So like it'll beat Zulong, it can beat Eclipse, I'm pretty sure. Oh, whoops. 200. Let's just go smart. This doesn't matter, but whatever. Light Essence, Luminous, Raging, or not Tackle, Raging, Howl. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's as much as it's doing to you, and you're chunking it like that. So yeah, you'll be. Himber is a very, very solid thing. And offensive Esperatu would lose to it. However, if you do run into a defensive Esperatu, you can lose to that. Obsidragon will beat you down. However, this isn't as much of a splashable switch into Himber as it used to be because it could dip on out of there, so hooray. But it has some stuff, it has some problems, but I'd put it in either B plus A minus. Yeah, team building with the cattle around is just, I don't know where to put Himber. For now, I'll put it here. I don't know if it's worthy of the A tier. It's very solid, but it does have problems. AKA 1, cattle. B. Actually, stuff down here could beat it. I might put it A. I'll put it here for now. We can edit it later. Oh yeah, it'll beat down Valkyrie. Ereptidon doesn't want to switch in. Can't one-shot it either. Mars, I don't know. But yeah, it could beat down a lot of stuff. It's just, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And, you know, Icicle Trap Pressure is always fun. You know, I did this, but I forgot to... We were talking about Avatros and we went into Himber. Send help. Okay. I'm sticking Avatros just here so I can actually see it and I don't forget about it. It's not actually tiered at B. It's definitely better. It's definitely in this range. In this range, like... Probably there for now. Under the right circumstances, Avatros blows through stuff. But, No, just... No, it's not B. Oh no, I tried to breathe and drink at the same time. Alright. I'm killing myself, guys. That's not fun. Anyway, Avatros really good at revenging, all that stuff. It'll beat down. It's a good check. It's a good, very solid check to top. Stuff down here. The fire types. The cows are stupid. I agree. Cows are dumb. Cattle will just... You just put them on a team and they just kind of shred everything. They shred everything until they drop from recoil. They basically choose when they die. I don't know. For now, I'll leave these two here. You know, give me some viable or very solid arguments as to put them otherwise, and we might talk about them. So let's talk about something else. What down here do you want to talk about? Well, actually, I don't really want to talk about this. I'll just shove that here. Lumi's already tiered. We already talked about Luminami. SETI. Oh, let's see. Revenine. More people want SETI or Revenine at the moment. I see, 2 for SETI, 2 for Revenine. Alright, SETI, Mars, or Revenine? Pick. I'm gonna lead with that I think it's worse than Borak. Saying. Alright, we're doing SETI. I don't know too much. All I know is it has decent bulk. And I personally don't like him because the very first battle I used him in after the second theater came, or that update came out, I missed every single move that wasn't boosted by Sharpen. Missed every single one. Every single one. 80% is a lie. Anyway. Yes, for real. Every single one that wasn't boosted by Sharpen. So... let's see. Earthquake, Raging Tackle. It did get Chase Down now. I don't know how I feel about Chase Down. Like, what would it scare out that would help Chase Down's case? I don't know. All I know is that these three are pretty much a staple. Seer Knight, right? So Chase Down's gonna do like 20% at best. It'll miss anyway. You right. You are right. Let's see. Chase Down. Oh boy. And it drops you to -1. Oh yeah, that. Oh wait. Oh. Let's just put this up. -1. So actually, I'm gonna replace this with Mega Chomp because that'll simulate it switching out. That's how much you're doing to a Seer Knight with absolutely no investment. Absolutely no investment. Yeah, that seems totally worth. Or if you sharpened once and you're set at neutral, now you're doing it. You're chunking it for a quarter. You chase down Zulongs with it. Okay. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. Pivot. A neutral, chunk it for half, and if you sharpened before, okay, that's a solid case. Zulong is a decent case. And if it ancient roars, you're still not doing much. But alright. But I don't know if you prefer provoke or chase down. But whatever. So I feel like I'm trying to think of a case where it can freely set up. What here can it freely set up on? I really wouldn't worry about speed anymore for it, so probably like this and some defense. Let's see. Obsidragon. How many sharpens will it take for you to blow through him? Okay. So how many of these will it take to blow through him? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jeez, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask. Or I think 3 is what you need. Because then it +1. Yeah. You could sharpen, I guess, because of Obsidragon's generally low starting damage output. Let's just put all of his options here. Earthquake. Mega Chomp. At best, yeah, and if he sharpens alongside you, yeah. An amazing set for offensive Obsidragon. Amazing and offensive Obsidragon. You are going to have to you'll have to convince me. So maybe you could do something like this, or you might want to do something like this for Zulong. Maybe heavy shield or something. I don't know. Okay, here. Let's go with this offensive ancient. Oh yeah, 26%. Let's go. Let's go. And then suddenly you don't have this, and maybe not even that. Okay. Anyway. I wouldn't recommend SETI against Obsidian because if he has sharp edges, Earthquake doesn't touch him, so he won't take the chip. Earthquake will not take chip. But yeah, I could see that. So SETI Mars has an okay, can do an okay job at breaking through Obsidian as a physical attacker. That's cool. So that's an interesting niche. However, you'd need a very healthy, or maybe health amulet. I don't know, but would you really want to use your health amulet? Lag? Lag. OBS says no. OBS disagrees. Try refreshing the stream or something. But also, I would have to do that anyway. Yeah, I honestly, David, I agree. We're just looking at SETI Mars as a whole and putting him somewhere. Fun fact, Nubel Obsidian max speed can outspeed max speed Smart Valkyrie. Oh boy. Go Obsidian. Go Obsidian. Now you can Earthquake it, not kill it, and then die to Gamma Pulse. Yes! Yes! Let's see, 200. Oh boy. And then let's give you smart. Yeah, oh boy. And then awakening. Oh boy. Oh, but you have Earth Essence. You're right. Earth Essence is super important. Now you go from not killing in one shot to not killing in one shot. Yes! 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 Oh wait, that's Brawny. It's a Nimble. I forgot. I'm sorry, guys. Even better. Oh wait, no, it'd be. Yes. 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 Look at it go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, Valkyrie has tender, of course. How could I forget? No, 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 no. Very tender. There we go. There's the one shot. Yes. There's the 12.5% chance to one shot. Let's go. Let's go. Anyway. Now that we're done memeing around, let's go back to, well, what were we talking about? SETI Mars, right. Hasty. Earthquake. Tragic Tackle. Mega Chop, which is in place as it's the placeholder for a chase down, assuming a swap. Anyway, yeah. SETI Mars can beat down a defensive Obsidian. Let's go back to this. Nope, not clumsy. Clever. There we go. Health amulet. But yeah, sharpening, it can actually 1v1 a Obsidian. That's cool. What else is noteworthy? Yeah, I know it could break through Florant. How about Himber? Play Icicle Trapper. Yeti's Rat, or not Yeti's Rat. I need to have CEO update this. Winter's Fury at minimum does 38%. So yeah, I don't see you beating him. Alright, so you'll lose to Himber. You'll chip him pretty hard. Oh, show us the breaking through Florian part? I mean, okay. Right, so like turn 1, you sharpen. They sap plant you. And like the second turn, you'll break through. Did I cover AV Trust yet? Yeah, kinda. I didn't go super in depth, but basically, you send it in. You can either use it to revenge kill. You can use it for gust. I mean, you can do both of those at the same time. But you could run a sharpen set. Basically, AV Trust is either going to sharpen or have sharpen or gust. You don't really have room for both on the same set because you'll have nosedive, thunder crash, perch, and then last move. You don't have room for both. So sharpen if you want to break through walls, except Obsidian. You won't break through Obsidian no matter how hard you try. Or gust if you need hazard removal. So that's AV Trust whole deal. Anyway, but yeah, Seti Mars can beat down Florian. It can beat down Obsidian. That's cool. That's a neat thing. A physical attacker that's not Trumbull that could bust through a physical wall. Somehow I trained my AV Trust to almost one-shot a Terrafly with nosedive, and since it does kill, I just gust and take it out with barbs. Now, I wouldn't really use AV because there's a thing called cows, and you just need to use a full cow team. But like, let's be under the assumption that you want to have fun. How to feel about Trumbull getting Earthquake? How about no? Let's just not. But yeah, we're doing this under the assumption that we want to have fun. That's why these two aren't in a legitimate tier. They're just under the power creep tier. Anyway, also, somebody sent me something. Let's see. Can I take a look at this set? Alright, Obsidian. A 50. Okay, the 168, 111, that'll outspeed. What's hitting 110 speed? The person who sent me the Obsidian set, what's hitting 110 speed? Tier Knight? This set? No. Oh, is it the... Oh, that's the max speed Luminami. Yeah, I can't... You'll need to convince me a little bit more with the set. Seer? That classic Seer spread also hits 111 speed, so I'm not seeing it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that that Obsidian set. I'd rather just capitalize on the bulk. But I'll take a couple more looks at it. Let's see here. Clever Nature, the one. 56 attack. Why specifically 56 attack? What's the 56 attack for? Is that just leftover? Yeah, I'm not really. All right, if it's leftover, why not pour the rest into, or pour 24 into range defense and hit 200? So basically, your approach is foregoing the physical bulk because you'll just boost it naturally. I mean, yeah, that's basically the same set. You're just putting a tiny bit into physical attack. So it's basically the same set, just slightly higher attack, and I just don't see it as worth. Anyway, Obsidian uses leftovers. Oh yeah, definitely. That's definitely its best item. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. We're talking about Seti Mars, so being able to bust through physical walls is pretty cool. It's basically Trumbull, but nerfed. It's definitely a nerfed Trumbull. That's how I'd say. That's how I see Seti Mars. Like, he would be like B minus. I see him as a nerfed Trumbull. Maybe B minus. I don't know. Something like that. B minus. Make Trumbull like Setting Mars. Yeah, I saw him earlier. With better coverage. Like, yeah, Trumbull has worse coverage, but Trumbull is just better. Actually, I might put Gastroke in B-. Like, it's good as a ranged wall. Like, it'll stop this, but it'll lose. Yeah, like, Gastroke kind of solidly stops this and, like, the stuff under it, but other than that, you know, not this, though. It won't stop this. Like, it'll stop this. It can beat this. Probably won't beat this. It'll beat this. Like, Gastro could beat this stuff. This stuff. Maybe not this. Yeah, maybe this. Not this. Ventation's only here because it can burn. If it couldn't burn, it'd be down. It'd be down here. I don't know. I was more towards the C tier. I'm honestly still feeling C tier. Like, Luminami's up here because it could run a decent bulky offensive set with Mind's Eye 3 attacks, taking advantage of Power Nap to recover health as you need to. But Chartiki gets Scapegoat. Okay, so would beat the Slug. Yeah, Slug can't beat that. Yeah, poor Slug. Yeah, this would be, but like, super slow, super frail. It loses to all this, except this. It would. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, Gastroke sucks. Like, what? You would only use Gastroke if you can keep hazards off the field entirely, so you could beat this possibly. Yeah, that's about it. If YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers might experience a little bit of lag. Charred Tiki can kill Seer Knight if it doesn't have Slapdown. What do you mean? My OBS says I'm sending enough. I don't get it. Anyway, I forgot to look at my rant. I'm also rallying while talking, so. Okay, that's all garbage. Cool. Lag, yeah, I get it. I don't get why, though. I would click more info, but I'm scared too. Let's see. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. But, like, OBS hasn't dropped frames at all. Like, none. Well, like, besides, like, the couple that it's expected to drop, but I don't get it. Maybe try refreshing. I don't know. Honestly, down here is just a mess of trying to tier correctly. All I know for sure is that these two are broken. In the realm of reasonable, this is good. This is, in the realm of reasonable, I'm pretty confident on, like, from B+ up. Setimars being able to set up in front of Obsidian is pretty cool, but, like, Borok's better in general. Luminami, I feel like deserves to be here. Gastroke. Meh. I'm honestly gonna throw it down here. Give some reasons why Borok over Setimars. Okay. Fast. Not one shot immediately by this, by the way, and can beat it down. Actually, in a strict 1v1. Well, never mind. In a strict 1v1, this wins because Boast will lower it. But if Borok has Boast boost, it can actually break through Trumbull, breaks Zulong, breaks this, breaks that. Can't switch in. This walls it, but can't switch in. This doesn't want to switch in. It'll still win, but it doesn't want to. Have I thought of a melee offensive? I've thought of Mega Chomp over Or Mega or Chili Chomp rather than Sleet Shot. But other than that, no, I don't see it. Mind's Eye can actually boost its range stuff. But other than that, no, I don't see melee offensive Luminami working. This actually has a very strong priority. Hyper offensive Gastric. I heard it's OP. I heard not. Borok can immediately break through Florant. Sedimars can't. In general, its immediate power right now is worth more than the setup than for Sedimars. Dusket sucks. Ventation kind of sucks. Luxor, rest in peace. Fallen Warrior, same with Umbrat, but Umbrat hurts worse because Luxor, I have Luxor a tier above Umbrat because while this is better overall, as a dedicated light type, it could still do something. Hooray. But we still have to talk about Valkyrie. And Valkyrie will be a BB plus for sure. Chartiki, I just don't know where to put it for now, but it's not here. These three definitely are here, but Chartiki for now is here. I don't have the tiers ordered. I just have, you know, general ranking. Am I going to start PvPing again when totems come out? Yeah. Eruptidon. Okay, cool. We'll talk about big boy fire damage. Eruptidon. Why is Sedimars so low? It can learn Fire Chomp and Thunder Chomp. Can it? Here, I'll look. I can't remember. I'm looking at it right now. It does get Blaze and Thunder Chomp. Okay. What does that change? What does that change? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, it doesn't really change much. It still loses to the same stuff. Except, oh wait. Ember. Let's do a quick calc, people. Sedimars. I forgot about the chomps. Ember. Blaze Chomp. Actually, no. Wouldn't Raging Tackle? Raging Tackle hits harder than super effective Blaze Chomp. Never mind. Yeah. No, wait. What? 65? Oh, my bad. I thought that was 55. My bad. I did 55 times 2, not 65 times 2. Okay, so 200. Brawny. Let's assume Hasty. And assume you get +1. Hey! +1, sharpen +1 through Himber. Beat, yeah, hey, look at that. Look at that. It has a thing it can do. No more chase down though. That's a thing it can do. Okay. So it improves Himber. That means it can boost its way through all the walls now. Okay. Okay. It'd still be B, because... it'd still be B because it has to, like... Its niche doesn't change. Its niche doesn't change, and it's just one better matchup, and it's not like... No, it's still B. Hello, Tenzin. Yeah, I feel like B is still good for it. Because, like, Vesperatu... Vesperatu works similarly, but it just starts out better. But it has fewer good matchups. It's just... Right now, the meta is start out really offensive equals good. Because you have these two leading that very thought process... Well, This leads the meta of immediate power, and this leads the meta in setup. So, really, it's just Mewtwo getting nerfed. I'm aware, I know. I knew they were getting nerfed before you did. You're, Warlord, I see. I should have recognized the profile picture, but, you know, my bad. How does one counter Avatros? Himber exists, Obsidragon exists, Zulong until it gets chipped too hard exists, Trumbull can take a hit from it, doesn't want to switch into Borak. Borak will also beat it down 1v1. How's it going? It's okay at the moment. But Terrafly does not beat it. Defensive Vesperatu can beat it. Setimars can beat it. It's just, you know, the whole setup thing. If you can get set up before it gets going, yeah, Setimars can beat it. So yeah, there are answers to it. Also, Valkyrie will beat it. Oh no, I forgot Thunder Crash. Never mind, Valkyrie gone. When am I gonna Wi-Fi you? What do you mean? To Clip's secret ability should be at the top tier. Nah, it's fine where it's at. It's really good, but it's not like Zulong good or the two gods. On Smash? Dude, I suck at Smash. Why would I want to do that? I have nobody to play with. Like, I have nobody at home to practice with, and thus gives me no motivation to get better. It's not S tier good, yeah. I will teach you how to be good. Again, what am I going to do with that? Anyway, we're not talking about Smash right now. Maybe some other time. But yeah, we're done with the Setimars B. Solid B. That's where I'm wrong. Volcano Dude can learn Earthquake. Yes, I'm aware. He can learn Earthquake. Cool. This game seems interesting. Yeah, it's knockoff Pokemon, yes, but Terra one hits Zulong. No, it doesn't. Terrafly. 200. Ronnie. Let's give it Power Cups just for the... Okay, sure. Or scroll down to Typeless. Parasitize. Zulong. Stream is delayed? Not really. Yeah, when it has Ambush, but like, who is dumb enough to switch in a Zulong on it? There's no reason to switch in a Zulong on it when you risk this Oko. Like, yeah, I get that Ambush will Oko it, but like, competent players won't switch in on a potential Ambush Oko. Can Dusket beat the Cows 1v1? Absolutely not. Let's see. Dusket. Okay, I see where this is going. Brainwash, 2-hit KO on that. Raging Tackle doesn't one-shot, this can two-shot. Cool. What is better to run, Dodge or Ancient Roar? It depends on... do you want to specifically hurt Mewtwo's ability to nuke everything more, or do you just want Dodge for general utility for wasting energy? If you have Chili Chomp. On Zulon. Yeah, I'm aware of Chili Chomp. I'm aware of Chili Chomp. You should always run Chili Chomp now that you have it. Dusket God tier? No, Dusket like C tier. It does not have a good matchup, except maybe him. But Dusket can't switch in, can't immediately one-shot, and that's the main problem with the things. Nothing can immediately switch in on him. And Mewtwo, the best that you really shouldn't have to think too hard about Mewtwo. It literally just moos at you and everything drops. Anyway, what are we talking about now? Revenine. How was Borok improved? Mega Chomp, Earthquake, Raging Tackle. There we go. So let's talk about Revenine now. Why is Gastroke C? It's just got poor matchups. If hazards are up, any kind, Icicle Trap or Poison Barbs, this will blast through it. This blasts through it. Chili Chomp now invalidates it because it can't run physically defensive one. A physically defensive Gastroke can take Chili Chomp, but you have to be clever so this thing can't immediately blast through you. So Chili Chomp with this thing will blast through Gastroke. It can beat this potentially. Depending on this thing's set, it can beat this. But if it's like the set I'm going to use, it won't win. This will blast through it. This blasts through it. This doesn't care about it. This blasts through it. This blasts through it. This blasts through it. This blasts through it. It just has bad matchups, which I don't even know why it's like. But like it could beat the stuff down here, except this, and this, and this. But it could beat the stuff down here. Oh, actually no, Swolder will actually beat it down. So I don't even know why it's this high. I don't know. Anyway, we're talking about Revenine now. Ghostly Howl, Fire Breath, Power Focus, and then either Shadow Sprint or Mega Chomp. How did Shachi go down so much? Because its hidden ability is broken, so Foul Chant isn't as reliable. Add that onto its insane lack of bulk, and you get the combination of it does okay damage, but for no or consistently it does okay damage. Sometimes you could do some very nice damage, but you know it's just a super high risk because of its lack of bulk, inability to get in the battle easily. And if they have a Ragoon on their team, you have no ability to get out of battle. Because if Ragoon comes in, then Shachi's not getting out. Ragoon lives any one hit if you don't try to switch, and does over half with the chase down, and is faster than you. And if you do try to switch and chase down happens, well, you're dead one shot. So there you go. Revenine doesn't really care about Eclipse. I don't know what you're talking about because Fire Breath. Eclipse. Oh my god, I can't type. Eclipse. 200. Let's talk about Fire Essence. Fire Essence Power Cuffs. Maybe Power Cuffs. This might be one for Power Cuffs. Yeah, it gets Fire Breath and it gets Power Focus, so like on a switch it can do this. And then my thoughts were either Mega Chomp for Luminami, for the token Luminamis, or Shadow Sprint for general priority. Those are the options there. But like Luminous Roar shouldn't Oko. Let's just go worst case scenario. Light Essence. Yeah, it won't Oko you. And you're faster, so... Didn't we already do... No, we didn't already do it. I just accidentally moved it up because I was briefly going over it. What makes Secret Eclipse so good, or Secret Ability to Eclipse so good? Because Total Eclipse gives it immunity to Dark, Light, and Spirit all at once. Well, Total Eclipse just gives Dark and Light immunity, so that invalidates this thing. The two rats slap down on this thing. And then being bulky enough to allow it to potentially set up and blast through things like Florant and Gastroke again. with pairing with Scapegoat, and you know, being able, like I said, bulky enough to take a hit from this thing and just kill it. So yeah, it's pretty darn good. Gluminous Roar with the secret abilities also almost all neutral. It's super effective on Ancient, which is good because of Citragon and Zulong. And it's resisted by Bug, which you can just blast through with Raging Howl anyway. So yeah, that's why Eclipse is so good. Anyway, Revenine. I don't know where you'd want to put the last 100, maybe physical for the Shadow Sprint. Let's see, Tatab. Shadow Sprint. Not even +1. Anyway, Revenine also gets an ability where if it drops under half health, so let's say from this Mud Spatter, it gets +2, or it gets +1 range, or +1 range attack because of Temper. And yeah. Maybe last 100 for health because Temper. I mean, that would actually make it harder to get into Temper range. If you put the 100 into health, you have to take more damage to get into Temper range. But that's up to you. But Tatab's not a good example because Mud Spatter will slow you down, even though it's already faster than you. But it still can't 2-hit KO you, so. 100 energy? Nah, not necessary. I mean, you could do a little bit of energy. Get that 250, so Fire Breath. You could do more of them. But yeah, Temper will give it the +1. But where the question is, where can that possibly play? Let's say the Eclipse is out, and let's see. Well, it's slower than you, so that doesn't really help. That's an interesting debacle. Oh wait. There might actually be a thing here. Yeah, Serenite. Serenite's hard to. Serenite's a decent example. It won't be running this, but you know, just in general, it switches in. Never mind. It's not a good example. You just flat out beat it, but eventually it'll chip you under half, and then you just become harder to stop. Let's see. Wow, yeah, Revenine's not looking too pretty. But the thing about Revenine is, as a general fire type, Eruptidon's better because Pyro is stupid strong. As a spirit type, it's pretty good because, you know, highest range attack for a spirit type. But it's slower than Tatab, which makes Dusket an overall better check to it, yes. But as a fire type that checks Tatab, like being able to check Tatab, it's better than Eruptidon as a general fire type in that instance because it's not completely annihilated immediately. It maintains the spirit of Dusket, so like Jungle Jutsu. So it's okay. It's nothing like these boys up here. But I could see it. It breaks Florant. It could break Gastroke eventually because, like right out the gate, I don't think Gastroke is 2-shot. I need to like give him the Gastroke set here, so that you don't have to keep dealing with this part. Fire Breath is sort of hard to get through it, but hello, Zarin. I know I forgot to say hi forever ago. But like if it tries to stall it out, you know, eventually it'll drop under and then become unable to stall it out. So that's fun. And then of course, you know, it also has Power Focus, so it won't be able to stall it out at all. So but being able to being able to beat Gastroke is no big achievement right now. How much? I'm assuming this just one-shots it. Himber. Yeah, Earthquake will just one-shot it, won't it? Earthquake. Yes, it'll just one-shot. So if you want to do something cheeky, I mean, I'm sure there's nothing good here. You have 100. No, you're not. Let's just say 200 for the sake of the argument. Yeah, never mind. You're not doing anything cheeky like that. Never mind. So yeah, Revenine's not all that great, but in general, since Dusk gets pretty limited to a spirit type, and then thus invalidated by these two super hardcore. Sure, it doesn't beat up Citragon either, but it does have a better Teclipse matchup, and Teclipse is very good. So Revenine, I'd say, is like B-. I would definitely rank it above Duskit, but like just above Duskit. That's my thoughts. But it's one of those where your soul is a big threat to it. Like Shadow Sprint. The chat is dull. Imagine that. I forgot about Shadow Sprint, to be honest. Yikes! If your soul's not at full health, or even at full health, it still risks this bit. Oh, never mind. We're good. Brawny, Sharp Claws, Shadow Sprint. Oof. And then, of course, you could give it Spirit Essence and make that an actual chance to Oko. That's fun. Your soul's fun. It has very strong priority. Anyway, Revenine, I have it like this. B-. I feel like B- is an okay spot for it to be. We were just paying a lot of attention. Hey, it works for me. Anyway, anybody disagree with my placement? If not, if they do, give me some arguments as to why it should be either higher or lower, and then I can tell you you're wrong. Also, I don't know why the stream is not like sending me the dang notifications, like of different notifications of people subscribing. That should be happening. Unless it is, then I'm just stupid and blind. Be one shot by Electroburst? No, it's not one shot, Tenzin. Anyway, who's next? We have a few more left. We have 5 more to talk about. We got Terrafly, Valkyrie, Ragoon, Eruptodon, and Ikazune. Ragoon, Terrafly. We were going to talk about this, but then Revenine happened. Terrafly easily an S, not really, but okay. Terrafly is alright, but... A- is like highballing. Alright, so we have 2 votes for Ragoon. A vote for Terrafly. Ikazune. Okay, so it looks like Ragoon we're gonna talk about. Oh, you're switching to Valkyrie. Well, if you switch to Valkyrie, we talk to Valkyrie. Or we talk about Valkyrie. But okay, we're just gonna cover Ragoon. Okay, so Ragoon is a thing. It would be a lot higher. I was originally gonna put it like up here or here with Vesperatu because Shachi I would feel like would be so big. But Shachi dropping because of the hidden ability being broken means Ragoon's less desirable because its main thing would be to trap Shachi with Chase Down. And nothing else is like other than maybe him or other than maybe Tatab would be super threatened out immediately. But it might just bust through you depending on rolls and everything. What set is good for it long term? It doesn't have a good long term bulky set because nothing that it has right now is super good for a bulky set or for a defensive set. Alright, see you desired. But Ragoon's definitely gonna drop for me because the things it beats, like Gastroke, Shachi, they're just not gonna be as threatening as some other stuff that would also beat down Ragoon. So I feel like B- is an okay spot for it, but I'll go further into the explanation than just that because we have calcs. But basically invalidated by Teclipse because immune to dark moves. Seer Knight can beat it down because of just general type advantage. But something I do want to check here is Tata. What do we got here? If it's just like this, yeah, it'll just lose to Tata. Why Luminami, not S? Let's see. This can beat it, 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 depending on the set. Yeah, yeah, there you go, there you go. Just, we'll stop there. This could beat it, this could beat it. Depending on rolls, this could beat it. Oh, no, I'm back. It's just Luminami. Everything got toys to beat it. All the stuff that it used to be able to beat got toys to beat it. So it's just... Heck, even this can beat it. Slapdown, if it's running Slapdown, if it's an offensive Luminami, it'll just one-shot it out the gate. It's fun. But this and this will just one-shot it. Yeah. So the Luminami is just oof. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. I just meant to put him in timeout. There we go. Give Lumi Geyser. Geyser is exclusive. Geyser is exclusive to this boy. Volcaloa defense are disgusting. Correct. Volcaloa is sad boy. Sad boy. Anyway, let's go back into Ragoon thing. So, but hey, if this is a Brawny... Oh, it's Speed Ties. It's been like a year since you've last spoken to me. I don't know, I'm alright. Anyway, Slap Down with Dark Essence. Slap Down, Chase Down, Sharpen, and then like Quick Pounce or something. Slapdown could one-shot it, but like if it's not already in versus Tata, then oof. It would take out Gastroke. What, Luminami? Why is Swolder bottom tier? He's the best. He dies to like everything. Yeah, I get it. Did I get a good inbit yet? Yeah. Right now I'm doing the cows and I forgot about the game, so I disconnected again. I'm working on cows right now. I don't have like a set team I want to go with right now. I'm just kind of doing stuff. But Ragoon, if Shachi was more common, he would definitely, or if Shachi was more threatening, then it would definitely be worth a discussion. But it just kind of loses to everything up here. I thought you were going to wait for Totems. I mean, while I'm doing this stuff, why not? I'm aware Ragoon one-shots Gastroke, but beating Gastroke is no accomplishment when pretty much everything else up here does it too. This beats it if hazards are up. This beats it. This beats it. This beats it. Depending on set. This beats it. 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 This can beat it. Yeah, so it's like if everything can already beat Gastroke, then beating Gastroke is not like not an accomplishment. Eruptodon is OP. Put it on A+. I don't think it'll be A+. Trust me. Oh, maybe. Because the water types are actually not going to be common. But it definitely won't be A+. I don't think A+ is where it's going to be. Let's... Oh boy. What's this thing? Oh, okay. All these cows suck. Cool. I was just checking up on my cattle. Okay, so what are we talking about? Change my channel picture to Shachi. No. I don't really care about that stuff. Didn't it get nerfed heaps because JB doesn't know how to nerf or buff? What do you mean? Eruptodon? Eruptodon's still fine. It's just, you know, it would have been a lot. It would have hit a lot harder. Pyro's better than combustible on Eruptodon. If you're wanting to run a fire immunity, run Ikizune. Okay, so what are we talking about next? We got Ikizune, Terrafly, Eruptodon, and Valkyrie. Alright, 2 votes for Ikizune, Terrafly, Valkyrie. Doesn't Ikizune destroy Serenite? It used to just flat out beat it every time, but because of Slapdown, it actually cannot safely switch into it, and then end up beating it. Okay, so we're just gonna talk about Ikizune. Alright. This set's pretty much gonna stay the same. Nothing really new's changed about it. This is the set I would still run. This outspeeds Smart Eruptodon. And then maximize that, and then this for general bulk so that Top can't OHKO you. And then the energy, 64 energy is I believe it's another Fire Breath. C. Oh boy. Anyway, so that's the general set. The set hasn't changed because, you know, it's a roaming. It doesn't get any new tools. Also, I feel like the music stopped. There we go. Anyway, if I were in charge, how would I nerf the bulls? I already DM'd Jamie my ideas, and he's actually pretty okay with them. I think he's actually going to nerf them the way I suggested. So, hey, balance change from yours truly. 200 range attack, 152 range defense, and speed onto clips. No. Might Eclipse is actually not going to run any range attack at all. Eruptodon can beat Top. Eruptodon cannot switch in on Top. That's the thing. 1v1, yeah, it'll win every time. But it can't switch in. That's the thing. Anyway, we're talking about Ikizune right now. This set, like I said, can take any one hit from Top, knock it out immediately, but let's talk about other stuff. Well, let's just get the general this set, and then instead of Fire Slam, we put Slapdown. Slapdown can 3-shot. Well, always 3-shot, but let's say you're not Awakening and you're, yeah. But the thing is, with Serenite becoming more range defense to take on the Mewtwo. Yeah, that's going to happen, and then Electro Burst doesn't one-shot. So it'll... Let's say Ikizune switches in, and Serenite slaps down. Well, that chunks you for about half, and you lose your Power Cuffs. So now you're doing even less to Serenite. Sure, you still beat Serenite, don't get me wrong, you still beat it. But it chips you for half, just out the gate, and nerfs your damage. So, and then it switches out into an answer like a Citrodon. And thus, you are now irrelevant. And also, Earthquake. No, Earthquake. Dead. I don't know if I should talk about... Abraham, I would talk about the thing I suggested to Jamie, but I don't feel comfortable talking about the specifics because I know how they are about leaks. They don't want leaks, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about the specifics. I'm just going to say I believe Jamie is going to nerf it the way I suggested. Anyway, so... But yeah. Oh, right. Oh, wait, that was with power cups. My bad. Slap down. Oof. Oh, right. Power cups. Still guaranteed 3 KO. Okay, yeah. It could still 3-shot even with heavy shield. And once it... Oh, wait. Even then, it's not even a guaranteed 2 KO. That's awesome. We were only talking about the cows. I'm not gonna go into detail about anything, Sazine. I'm just Sazine. I can't do names. I'm sorry. Also, why do I keep getting notifications on Discord? Leave me alone. Who tagged me? Who done tagged me? Nobody did. Okay, cool. I was ghosted. I don't know yet, Ibrahim. The TP puts a definite end to a battle because you can't stall forever. But there are not a lot of ways to force an infinite battle in Loomian Legacy right now, so right now it's okay. But if there ever comes times where you can start consistently forcing endless battles because energy is a thing rather than PP, then yeah, there'll start being problems. Anyway, so Ikazune, it's still strong, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely worse than it was last update because it's no longer like this indefinite, like this end-all be-all stop to Serenite because Slapdown exists. Oh, wait. Hey. Okay, not a guaranteed 3 KO, but, you know, still good. But yeah, it could still break through some stuff, but like, for example, a lot of people last update swapped in Zulong because it only takes 30%, but pair this with Avitross, and once it takes that 30% chip, Avitross 2-hit KOs. Yeah, Avitross 2-hit KOs with Nosedive. That's fun. That's all the chip Avitross needs. So it's a good partner for Avitross for weakening stuff. Let's see, Himber. Let's see, can it Oko at +1? It can, but not consistent enough to warrant. So like, let's say you were pressuring a Ventation with Electro Burst, which by the way doesn't. Oh, never mind. It does one shot. Oh, that's because +1. Let's say they were in range of this, and they go into Himber, and you predict that, and you power focus. Well, no, you would rather Fire Breath to a KO. So, what is Himber current set that one should be running? There's actually a couple different ways you could be running Himber right now, and honestly, Himber is very viable. It's just people sleep on him because he used to not be. Anyway, so, you know, if I were to get Thunderstrike, you know, this... Oh, never mind. Yeah. It's alright at breaking stuff, but it's just... Okay, yeah. In 1v1, does Top still counter Himber? Yes, but it's no longer as effective because Himbers won't be clicking Yeti's Wrath as much, which won't force it to stay in. So yes, you could come in and take an Earthquake for like 20%, but they're not going to stay in anymore because they're not forced to. So Himber's a lot better in the sense that it's less commitment. So Ventation's alright for damage output. Like, let's see, Eclipse. How does it fare against Eclipse? A general set, something like this, you know, the more casual players, it'll be okay. I am curious about this, though. Oh my gosh. That's interesting. Body Slam Himber, the hidden tech. Not really. You don't really want... Body Slam doesn't really help it at all. Luminous Roar. Raging Howl. Oh, that's interesting. They 3-hit KO each other. That's interesting. How is Ventation so low? Have you seen that base defense stat, bruh? Breaks it. Battle Horn. It invalidates its burn and breaks it. Breaks it. Slaps down the health amulet away and then dips out. So it's like, sure, it scares out Seer Knight. You've scared out Seer Knight. This breaks it. This can break it. This can. Oh no, this loses to it. This loses. This loses. This can break it if the defensive one could break this. Florant beats it. Shotzi beats it. Revenine can beat it because Ghostly Howl. But yeah, combine its passivity with the fact that a lot of these up here can still break it, and it's just not that great. I might say it's better than... I'm going to put it up in B- just because it's better than Gasstroke. I do want to say it's better than Gasstroke. But it's worse than Luminami. I definitely do agree that's worse than Luminami, so I don't know. I'll just put it above Gasstroke and C+. I don't know. I don't know. These two... Gasstroke is just not that great. This loses to both of these. This could... why is this... Why did I put this so high? Oh, wait, because I made it beat to Clips. Yeah, it's definitely not B+. I'm not going to put it in the same level as Vesperatu. Maybe a melee defensive one could beat that, but like... They could beat this and this. Is that enough to warrant B? For now, I'll put it here. Maybe B-. The Bulls are making this meta not fun for those who have to face them. Literally nothing beats them. Seer Knight can beat Mutoon. Don't ask about the Bull. Don't ask about this boy. Shachi, if it hits Foul Chant, can stop it. Once it's chipped itself low enough, this can stop it, this can stop it, but... yeah, it's a struggle. These two are just insane. But yeah, Ikuzune's alright. But it's not, like, good. Like, I want to put it here or here. I'll put it B-, and I'll just throw it at the top just so you see something different. I definitely put it on the same level as this in terms of utility. Because, in the right situation, it can put in a lot of work. Like, it could beat this, potentially. It could beat this. It could beat this. It can chip this down. Like, it does good chip. Like, Borak, it could potentially lose to. Or Borak can't switch in on it safely. Himber can't switch in safely. Avatros can't switch in. The problem is, again, it as a wall breaker, it fails in comparison to these two. Because, like, these two are, like, the overlords. And then its speed is not quite good enough to act as a sweeper. But its initial damage, like, it can pave the way for stuff, and that would be its utility, is Ikizune paving the way for something else to work. Like, it could pave the way for Tasha to clean up after this is gone, or like, it could pave the way for this. But other than that, it's outclassed as a wall breaker, and it's too slow to sweep. So that's the thing. So I'll put it at B-. Alright, now Eruptodon. Now this is why I said Eruptodon or Ikizune is outclassed. So 40 to 47. Let's just keep that in mind. 40 to 47. I'm gonna talk about Eruptodon because it's a perfect little segue. Item, Fire Essence, or Power Cups, up to you, because it's gonna run other stuff. Fire Essence. Ability Pyro. Fire Breath. 40 to 47 is what was before. 48 to 56. 48 to 56 and is faster. And, you know, that's more solid. And you know, that's against, obviously, the super bulky one. You know, 2-hit KO that. Borak, even with a shield. Let's say the 48 I had before. And then 200 this. 200 this. What is this? 52. And heavy shield. Even Borok. Yeah, Borok will drop because it's slower than this. And yeah, this is without personality. That's a good point, Murky. This is even without a personality. Without smart. I feel like when totems come out, it's going to be a huge benefactor of double, like 2 separate bonuses because you can run nimble and smart. Oh yeah, check my game. You're right. The cows. I keep forgetting the cows rally faster than the starters because you know I've been so focused on like the starter stuff that you can't even rally a full 9 before you disconnect. And I'm already at 9, and I'm just checking UPs because none of them are that good. Alright, none of them have, Ooh, wait. This one's pretty good. 40 HP, 40 range attack, 35 speed. That's actually pretty good. I need to check if, one of my, Yes, I get that. Okay, I'm just checking if it's better than one of these. Nah. Not worth. Oh, maybe. That had... What was it again? 40 HP, 40... range attack, 35 speed. And then this one was... Okay. I know this is boring because you can't see it, but I'm just analyzing here. Okay, yeah, actually I'm going to replace this one. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, this one's pure smart, though. Never mind, not worth. Not worth. Yeah, I'm going to just release him. Oh my god, hello? Just let me release him. Cool. Alright, sorry about that. Not that. Anyway, we're back. I have new perfect staff female calf note, but it's foolish. Yeah, rip. Alright, thank you, Ibrahim. Well, let's go Seer Knight. Seer Knight. The 96, 200, heavy shield. Alright, so Seer Knight's alright, but like, oh, that's smart though. Oh, right, I forgot. Seer Knight's the one. Hang on, I want to check something. Mud Spatter versus Earthquake. And then put this at -1. But with 100. Alright, so they do the same damage. So, Mud Spatter, let's check Ikazuna, even though it won't be used nearly as much. They still do this. Oh, wait. Earthquake would guarantee 1 shot. So you might run Earthquake. You might not. So Earthquake and Mud Spatter do exactly the same damage to Seer Knight. And actually, I don't think Ikazuna is going to be common enough to warrant warrant the Earthquake use. And even then, you wouldn't run the 100. So you might just run the Mud Spatter. Just to save energy. Yeah, yeah. Yep, you don't... Okay, so I've concluded you do not need Earthquake on, Oh, wait, hang on. Revenine? Revenine? Oh, well, actually, no. Let's look at other stuff, that you might want to run Earthquake for. Oh, right, Zulong. Let's see, hang on. Zulong, at -1, 123. Okay, yeah. I didn't mean at the same time. Okay, you might want Earthquake. Actually, you could run both of them since it'll be like Power Focus or Burn Up. Huh. But, it would just depend. It's your choice, really. Both work. Both work. And then Mud Spatter turns into a 2-shot. And then, you could actually even, like, EV yourself. Well, never mind. You want to outspeed the, base 75s with Nimble, wouldn't you? Like, Valkyrie. Oh, you might want Earthquake. Yeah, never mind. Earthquake, definitely. Earthquake. Because stuff like Valkyrie, Valkyrie being weak, Seer Knight taking the same amount of damage. Again, Zulog's chipped harder. How does Eruptodon match up against the cows? It's I'd say well, here, let's put the cow. Trumbull. That's fun. And if you were to actually run smart on here, you... Oh, yeah. None of the cows could switch in on you. What's so good about Borak? Okay, with the upgrade from Muckbuck to Earthquake, Body Slam to Raging Tackle, and Mega Chomp, and getting Mega Chomp. Mega Chomp allows it to kill... remove the plants as any kind of switch in whatsoever, because that'll super effective. That'll deal with them. Earthquake kills this. Raging Tackle hits harder and would 2-hit KO. Keeps Avitross at bay. Generally, it's just its power. The power upgrade is just super big. Earthquake would still be better for Seer Knight anyway. Like I just said, I just did a calc. Seer Knight, 96, 200 heavy shield. In that case, in this instance, and then you're at -1 because of Terrifying. They do the exact same amount of damage. How would you use Gobademic because it's placed higher than I would think? Its general utility keeps it out of C-. But like, that's only assuming you Seer Knight comes in on you, which I actually don't see it ever coming in on you. Now that I think about it, but like you could actually come in on it pretty easily. Slapdown would nerf your fire damage, don't get me wrong. But like, if you come in on one of these, Earthquake is going to hurt. So yeah, I would definitely... Okay, never mind. Earthquake over Mud Spatter. So, Earthquake, Accelerate, and then Power Focus or Burnout. Is Calc accurate? Yes, it is. Can confirm. Have tested various times. Have tested and compared. But yes, it is accurate. But yeah, that's probably the set I would rock with Eruptodon. Accelerate, unless it gets Stretch. If it gets Stretch, then oh no, you'd want Accelerate because +2 Eruptodon. +2 Eruptodon outspeeds Avitross at +1, so. So that's why you'd want Accelerate. Power Focus to just boost overall damage. And since Luminami is so low, and it being bulkier than Ikazune, it actually has better matchups in these areas. Like earlier, like with Teclipse being neutral to a fire. You know, it just has generally better matchups in these instances. Now, it's not going to be able to switch in very often, I'll give you that. I believe Valkyrie... Valkyrie is something you don't want outsped by, I'll say that right now. Nimble, 137, right? So you want 138. Oof, that only gives you... yeah, it doesn't give you too much. Well, I'll let you do that. And if you don't mind, if you don't really care about the, well, let's see, what happens here? It's still 2 shots. Oh wait, and then you do this. There you go. There we go. 64. So right here, 36 plus 8 is what, 44? Yeah, 44. Give you more HP. I'm really just 40. Okay, cool. There we go. That's a set. Sorry, I was just optimizing EVs. Or TPs. Just optimizing them. This guarantees outspeed Valkyrie. And guaranteed 2 KO with Earthquake. And that keeps Seer... Also, still kills Seer Knight. With 2 Earthquakes, so... We're good, though. And then Ikizune, I believe, just dies. Yeah, still just dies. Yeah, cool. That's a set. Anyway, like I said, power focus on something that is going to switch out, like maybe Seer Knight. Seer Knight will probably switch out. Just saying, and it will go into what, Erupted or Obsidian. So let's say you put yourself at +2 or +1. +1/+1. Wow, that's still not doing much, is it? Can +1 Eruptidon Oko the darn cows? That cow dies. Assuming it's this set right here, yeah, it can Oko that cow, but Mewtwo won't die. Mewtwo will not drop. What, 32 speed for them up there. 116 energy, 200 here, and what was it, 130 something? What is this? 46, 48, so 152. Yeah, you're not Okoing. And just for reference, just because yes, you are destroyed. You have a chance to live, but you are most likely destroyed. Totems give 3 personalities, yes. They give you, you could choose between 2 positives, 2 separate positives, like, let's say, Nimble and Smart, at the cost of 1 very negative, and this boy does not appreciate it. Also, they have stated that Hyper and Dull will not be available, so the calc has these, but they won't be available. But it'll cost you 1 big, weakness. Problem with Eruptidon here is that it doesn't want to lower any of its stats, and it doesn't want to lower any of its stats really. It's going to use the physical attack. It's going to use this. It's going to use this, and really lowering its physical defense is not probably reasonable, but. And then you also have the option of 2 negatives, so like Tender, Foolish for very smart, sure. So you can either have a very big positive for 2 negatives, or a very big negative for 2 positive, or 2 negatives for 1 big positive, or 2 positives for 1 big negative. Yeah, anyway. So Eruptidon is okay. I'd say it's better than Ikizune for sure. But there's just a lot of stuff. Why can't the cows be quiet for once? We need an item called Earmuffs that makes the Loomians immune to sound-based abilities, affecting them, or sound-based moves. Clever Tender. No, I wouldn't want to use that. No. And I'm checking my. Speaking of, no, it's not out. No. We just know the general effects of them, of the totems, so we don't need to. So the calc is already updated. Honestly, I feel like putting it B+ along with Vesperatu, because its general damage output is definitely worth. Like, in terms of fire damage, it's your best bet. It's definitely your best bet. It's just, and if you actually chip down the team enough, Eruptidon, it's above 75 speed, and that's a 75 speed is like the speed to beat right now. Very smart is +2. Personalities in general, they affect the stats by 10%. So like a Nimble will raise your speed by 10%. A Sluggish will reduce the speed by 10%. The varies just change that 10% into a 20%. So very nimble will increase your speed by 20%. So like something like Tata with nimble instead of very nimble, or with very nimble, hits 184 instead of 169. Also, fun fact, no, that will not let you outspeed a normal Zulong. Normal Zulong is 185 with nimble, and you are 184 with very nimble. So that is a very sad thing. It is an unfortunate day for those, for very nimble Tata. Anyway, so yeah, I have Eruptodon up here because other than Obsidragon, nothing really wants to take the hit. And its use of Accelerate for a late game could actually end up sweeping, because like if this is chipped to like below, let's go Eruptodon again. I had it 64, 200, 192, 40, and 4. Not 40, but 44. Plus 2 speed from Accelerate from a Zulong, and then you have Earthquake. If they're, you know, right there is a, if they're chipped enough, you could sweep a team with this thing. But it does require quite a bit of chip, and that's why I'm not having it top tier. Because one, Obsidragon's going to be super common, so it can eat up, it can sponge those hits like no tomorrow. Two, the cows exist, so, you know, those are always a big stop to anything. They do not, unless these two say so, you're not allowed to do anything. That's, what's the best totem again? Yeah, like I just, they both are equally good. It just varies from Loomian to Loomian. There's no solid best thing, because you have two options. 2 positives and a very big negative, or in a big negative, or 2 negatives and a big positive. It just varies from Loomian to Loomian, set to set, for which one you want to use. Yes, cows exist. Also, Galactic Bullet, thank you for the subscription. Yeah. You know, I have an idea. No, there won't be ways to change personality later. There we go. Now, oh wait. There we go. Now I can see like what I'm doing. All right. And maybe now I'll be able to see the subscriptions. Anyway, by the way, abuse the cow while you can. Jimmy's already announced that they will be nerfed next update. And we got 2 more to talk about. We'll cover Terrafly last. Let's talk about Valkyrie. Valkyrie, this set's probably outdated. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even run 200 speed on this. Most bulls will not want to run max speed because that's such a waste on potential bulk, so you really don't need to worry about outspeeding max speed. Umbrat won't be common enough to warrant outspeeding a max speed Umbrat. Ursul. Ursul you speed tie with, so that's kind of an issue. But that just, like, I don't see a lot of Ursul running max speed, because most of their damage will, most of their utility comes from priority, which doesn't care about speed anyway. So, should you run max speed? If you're scared of Ursul, I would run max speed just to speed tie it. But if you don't care about Ursul and you don't care about Trumbull running potential max speed, the next thing to worry about, what's under it? Terrafly, you resist Bug, and Venom Chop doesn't do enough. So I would definitely run Smart. What's Borok hit? 200. Borok hits 118. Most Trumbles will be going to 119. So you just worry about 120. So 160 speed for that 120 mark. This way, Trumble's outspeeding Borak can't outspeed you, and Borak can't outspeed you, and so, and then I don't think you'll be running shield because 9 times out of 10 you'll have a Seer Knight on your team, and Seer Knight will pretty much need the shield so Mewtwo doesn't plow through you. And if you have Eclipse on your team, that means Light Essence will also be taken, unless you're running my set, in which you'll have Health Amulet. So maybe Light Essence here. As for the moveset, Gamma Pulse for sure. Holy Slash for sure, because Eclipse exists, and that's quad effective on Eclipse. As you can see here. 196 though. You might not. Is Raging Howl good on Valkyrie? I don't think so. But because like if you want to run Raging Howl, you're probably using it on something like Florant, in which case Airblade hits harder. Like, let's see here. Florant 200, 196, clever. That's generally what they'll have. Airblade hits 36, 42. Raging Howl hits 29 to 35. So, if you're running Raging Howl, it's probably to cover the plant types. But one, Gastro can be plowed through with Power Focus and Holy Slash, because that's physical. Mainly because they have to run Clever, so they'll only be able to spare that. Oh. So maybe, like, you'll get to a point where you just plow through potential Luminami. I could see the point there, but let's see. Luminami, it'll probably be something like this, or probably a defense of some sort, maybe. Let's see. Raging Howl, even at, let's see, +1, +1. Okay, so Raging Howl, if you're scared of Luminami, sure, but you're probably not going to be scared of Luminami. Because, like, even a resisted Gamma Pulse is... okay, maybe if you're scared about Luminami, yes, Raging Howl. If you're not scared about Luminami, or scared of Luminami, no. Run Airblade or Luster Loot. Luster Loot, if you wanna... You're running 200 HP, 200 M defense, 200... Yeah, like... Yeah, that's the problem. Most people were going to for this update, but with Borak can still 2-hit KO. Valkyrie can sharpen up and plow through Luminami. Seer Knight still 2-shots it. Zulong 2-shots, so it can't come in. Tata plows through it. Mewtwo and Trumbull plow through it. Vesperatu goes through it. Yeah, it's just... It has talons to sharpen. It has talons to sharpen, Joshi. So, like, bulky Luminami has no defensive utility, and it can't take the hits anyway, so it's like, what's the point? So yeah, it's... The defensive Luminami is just not good. You might as well just run Smart, or Bulky Smart, with 200, 200, and then 100 and something. And you're still not going to be using Awakening because you want the recovery. So anyway, Valkyrie, Raging Howl if you're scared of Luminami, probably not. But a lot of teams will probably have it just because it's a water type. So, I mean, it's up to you. You can either Airblade for Florance, Raging Howl for Luminami, or Luster Loot for general recovery. Or you could even just not run Gamma Pulse and run Luster Loot. Let's see, Obsidragon. Oh wait, no, 200. Would bulky smart Loomian power napper be good or yeah, power napper always. Like now that you can get power napper it's more accessible, definitely power napper every time. It's just the better ability for it. Let's see. What's this? Okay, all these cattle suck, yo. So you could run Luster Loot potentially. Let's see, Earthquake. You have 140 to work with. A lot of these will run Earthquake. I mean, you could try something like this, okay? And then you can Luster Loot your way through it. You could try a set like this. Are you late? We're on. We actually only have Valkyrie and Terrafly to cover. So that's a thing. So, like, Valkyrie could be like a soft check to Obsidian. Like, if you switch in and you eat an Earthquake, you can actually Luster Loot your way through. Luster Loot, Gamma Pulse, Power Focus, Raging Howl. You definitely need Holy Slash, because T'Clipse will be common. And T'Clipse hidden ability will make it immune to that's Total Eclipse. Holy Slash is quad effective because Light's weak to it, and Holy Slash hits Darks for super effective. So right there you're doing insane damage to it. And because you have generally decent ranged bulk, even like a super offensive one cannot two-shot you. Oh, never mind. They actually can if they want to. So you should use 200 HP, 200 range attack, RDEF. I mean, that's the last 100 is on you. You could run speed, just in case you want to speed creep uninfested Mutoons or Seer Knights and Obsidians. That's up to you. Probably would consider the speed just so you can outspeed Obsidian, like I said. Yeah, it's 4 times versus hidden ability to Eclipse because it's both light and dark at the same time. And metal is super effective to light, and Holy Slash specifically is super effective to dark. So, yeah. And then with Power Focus, you know, of course, you can guarantee that one shot onto Eclipse. And then, of course, instead of the 140 in defense, you could do it in HP, and that becomes less. In what cases is Revenine good? It can beat Tata, but Duskit does it better, sure. It can be, you know, it's a generally decent fire type, along with Spirit. Like the combination of both Spirit and Fire just gives it a decent, like, decent abilities to come in. Like, if you predict a dark move, if you read the dark move on Ragoon or Vesperatu, it'll take reduced damage because of resistance. Its ability that when it makes it hit half health or lower, it boosts its range attack, makes it harder to harder to tank. It becomes especially good like if Obsidian drops, and that makes it able to clear through better. So yeah. I can't really theorycraft too much about the Geklo evolution because I don't know anything about it. If it's physically offensive, it better beats it. It's easier to beat Zulong down with. So, oh yeah, Muffin. It gets Fire Breath via Rally move. So, and Power Focus. So there you go. But yeah. It's okay. It's nothing super special. Like, it's better than these guys, for sure. But it's not that great. It's not good, but better than everything down here. But Valkyrie, like I said earlier, with the 140 defense spread I had on there, it could soft check this with the Luster Loot. Holy Slash makes it able to beat this, and generally beat this. Don't think it's one shot by Zulong. Thunderstrike with Nimble, but like assume Power Cuffs for some reason. you risk the one shot, but most Zulongs should be running Ancient Essence because they don't want their energy to be sapped by Power Cuffs. And Elemental Burst is an easier stab to spam than Thunder Strike, thus the Ancient Essence boosting it. So, what is Yokozuna's hit ability? It's it makes it immune. It's rechargeable. I believe it's in here too. No, it's not. It's not, but it should be. It makes it immune to electric moves. It's Motor Drive from Pokemon. Immune to electric moves and raises speed when hit by one. So, but yeah, most Zulong should be running Ancient Essence because it's an easier stab to spam due to less general resistances, and but yeah. But you will occasionally run into Power Cuffs one, which, you know, that's not fun, or Electric Essence, which again same damage, but yeah, most instances should be an Ancient Essence on it. Again, Patrick, I already told you. It's up to you what you want to do with that last 100. But like I said, you should invest some speed for Obsidian, but other than that, it's up to you. So it's got a decent, not a favorable matchup, but a decent matchup. And again, with Mewtwo, it's not 3-hit KO'd, so that's fun. Let's see, Mewtwo. Smart. Tone Deaf. Typeless Essence. Right now you would prefer normal because the electric immunity doesn't really help you. Like, you become immune to Zulong's Thunder Strike, but then you don't do any damage back because he resists everything you can do. Searing Steel does more. Searing Steel does more than Slapdown anyway. Ibrahim. So, like, yeah. Searing Steel is super effective because it ignores water's resistance. And then Raging Howl here. That does so much damage. And if you're running this, it's even worse for you. But if you if you manage to slap down that Typeless Essence, it becomes more manageable. Since this can actually do quite a pretty chunk, it would probably be more like the 152. Mewtwo is not a check to Falk. I mean, they hardly check each other. They both 3-shot each other. So it's like, yeah, Shachi, if its hidden ability wasn't broken, it would definitely be up in A- with chilling with these two. But its hidden ability is broken. But like, this is not a matchup either one would like, but you know, in a general slugfest, you can dodge next turn. I mean, but they also have Power Focus, so it's like that's still a risky mind game. Melee. Obsidian should not be used offensively. The only way you get its offensive. Why is it broken? I mean, broken is in it doesn't work. That's what I mean. It could still miss attacks even though the ability says it can't. But Obsidian's only offensive thing is after it starts setting up, don't actually invest in it offensively. Serenite is obviously better in that regard. And then Obsidian is better overall as tanking melee hits because its melee defense goes up every turn. Every time it takes a hit, so it's like, yeah. There you go. Yeah, it's probably Muffin, but yeah, like I said, it's broken. So, in general, Valkyrie has a decent matchup. Also, Airblade for Tata. I forgot about him, to be honest. Airblade. If you run Power Cuffs, I believe Yeah, you can Oko if you're lucky. So, yeah, that's a thing. What else is here? Borak. Okay, so Valkyrie isn't super amazing. Like it could, besides to clips, it's like better than Luxor dealing with this, maybe. And if it can set up versus something like Florian, or something, you know, the passive stuff like Florent, Gastroke, and obviously you have the tools to beat it, then it could do some stuff. Barb stall them then. What do you mean? Because at +1, if they +1 on your dodge, you lose. You just lose. I know. Oh no, Muffin. I had no intention of it going in A. I'm just deciding where in B because it's definitely better. I'd say it's definitely better than everything under at C. Like if it's C, I wouldn't really bother. Like because the cows invalidate bulky stuff because they just plow through. Like, even Florent dies. Florent's only up here because it has better matchups than these two. But yeah, Luminami is just not... Luminami's just not. Like, it's a mind game that's not in your favor. Wait, Gastroke outstall what? Valkyrie? No. Valkyrie doesn't, or it doesn't outstall Valkyrie because you have to run Holy Slash, which is a physical move, and that stacks up pretty quick. Considering it cannot afford to run max defense. Because if you're running max defense rather than max range defense, Mewtwo just flat out 2-hit KOs Gastroke. Like Gastroke can beat Mewtwo if no hazards are up. But it's hard to not get, or to keep hazards off. And that's why Gastroke's all the way down here. So Valkyrie, I'd put it either B or B minus. I'll put it in B because out the gate it has better matchups than these two, or the stuff down here. And what's a good Mewtwo set? You literally just moo. Like it's Raging Howl plus something. But it can beat Serenite. But more times than not, Serenite will beat Luminami. So it's like, cool. Wow, imagine a super effective, or Luminami being super effective against Serenite has a chance to beat Serenite. But it is a lower chance than Serenite beating Luminami. So it's like, whatever. A B, B minus, I don't know. I'll put it in B. And then all we got is Terrafly. So Terrafly with Ambush, obviously, sounds good on paper. Like maybe against Vesperatu, you could actually get that going. Like you could bring it in on a Vesperatu because it resists Slapdown, and being able to parasitize is cool. And Vesperatu might not want to take that, so it goes into something like Obsidian or Serenite. And then you click Parasitize or Venom Chop, respectively, because that hits them harder. And you get the ambush boost. But because all the bulky stuff it would thrive to force out, like Gastroke, Florent, maybe. Florent, maybe. They're not going to be nearly as common. I mean, never mind. They'll still be common because of this thing. You could also just poison bar, but I'm getting to that part. Sazin, Sazin. Is it Sazin? Did I finally get it? Anyway, but like, you could do that. Like, ambush is cool, but that's the mind game right there. Are they going to poison bars? Am I safe to switch out? Or are they going to ambush me with huge damage? That's a thing. Oh yeah, it could also do that to Clips because it's weak to bug. That's a thing. Just make sure Terrafly can eat a hit from it. To Clips, 200. Raging Howl. You can actually afford to run Smart onto Clips because you're only outsped. Like the only thing that matters you're outsped by is Shachi, but Shachi won't be that common because 1, Foul Chance inaccurate, and 2, Ancient or Elemental Burst is resisted. So you don't really care about being outsped by it. So Smart is viable on it. Raging Howl versus Terrafly. Won't one-shot you. And Parasitize. Oh god, that's... I keep forgetting, this only has 97 attack. Like, even super effective, it's just... That makes me sad. But Ambush... You could run Toxic Essence, you could run Bug Essence for more Parasitize damage, or you could run Drain Orb just to get more HP from the Parasitize, so... It's up to you there. Nah, I wouldn't run Nimble just to bank on the potential Browning Tata. Not worth, in my opinion. I'd go for what's consistent. So, the speed you want. Some say max speed so that other Terraflies can't, or... I get that, but what about future Loomians? Once totems come out, you have to redo everything anyway. And besides, I'm looking at this on this meta, I'm not looking in from the future, or looking out to the future. Because you could just make another 2 clips for that, whatever. But like, once the totems come out, you have to redo everything anyway, because the totem, because, yeah, they won't, the old stuff won't have access to the totem personalities. So I don't know if it's worth it. I would just say outspeed Borok again. So you need like 119, 120. I don't know. If you want to do this to outspeed the bull, although you'll never want to outspeed you'll never want to face the bull anyway. This thing loses versus the bull, so like. You might want to outspeed Borok though. Let's see here. It was like what, 48 speed. Let's just assume 200, 100. People really underestimate Terrafly. So let's say they switch in Borok on your predicted thing. Then you Parasitize will 2-shot it, so that's fun. What was the set I planned on running here? 0, 98, 99. Bro, you know, used to no. Yeah, he used to run Special Terrafly because I did. I did that because it didn't have physical toxic stab, and the ambush damage, you know, pushed it to a level where it was usable. But yeah, I was actually still considering it just because life drain. You could do something kind of silly, like if you, let's say you still had this. Check the bulls now. I already did. I've been doing it. I've actually been keeping up with it. Like if you still run the max thing, you would actually be able to 2-shot it with life drain rather than Parasitize for less energy. But you know, I don't think it's worth it. Just run Parasitize. You could run what? Parasitize, Venom Chop, Provoke maybe, and Poison Barbs. So yeah, that'd be the set. And then you'd outrun the Borok. I believe. Yeah, that would outrun Borok. So that's a thing. And then you could put the rest in health 124. Cool. And now we're going to go back to this Eclipse thing because I just wanted to see. You could rally yourself. Terrafly would also be a benefactor of the. You once. once the totems come out, you put yourself at a disadvantage for not taking advantage of either double positive or a very positive. You just put yourself at a disadvantage. Everything will need redone. Everything. Not a single thing should go without taking advantage of totems. Roamers are the exclusion, or the exceptions because they can't take advantage. Oh boy, a bunch of males. I'm going for the female first, of course, because it goes moo and stuff dies. So anyway, what happened to Jason? I don't know. He didn't move to Loomian Legacy. I don't know. But let's see. Smart, Raging Howl. Actually, no. Luminous actually does more, doesn't it? Oh, right. That's resisted. That's why. But yeah. How many more Loomians left? This is the last one. So, the thing is, Terrafly has a decent matchup versus that. Like, it could punish this. Poison Barbs obviously are what carry this thing. If it didn't have Poison Barbs, you wouldn't even consider it, would you? But, like, the fact that it has Ambush and Poison Barbs, to, like, you could use the Poison Barbs, or you could, like, fake them out and get a big hit off of something switching in, like a Himber. Sure, Himber's not going to take anything, but at least it's big boy chip. Like, it just entered battle, and you could potentially do half to Himber. So, like, Poison Barbs definitely carry it up. Like, if I had a button specific to Poison Barbs, it would go here in the B section. Actually, no, it would actually go higher because Poison Barbs are stupid. Because only toxic types are immune to it, and they remove it upon entry. But, sure. But then the Ambush could punish extra stuff. It's 200 special defense, 200 special attack, 100 melee defense, could be 2 set. Why on earth? You gotta run some speed for the 65s. B plus and A minus? Nah, it's not that good. The Terrafly's not that good. I would put it at B because the combination, like, Terrafly without Poison Barbs is like down here, like in the C tier. Poison Barbs itself are definitely up here, but Terrafly with it, with the ability Ambush, definitely kind of averages it out. I would say, because of Poison Barbs, it would definitely be worth having on your team more than these guys. But in terms of just average ability, it's definitely down here, like almost down here. But actually, Ambush saves it from the Swolder scenario. But I would definitely put it in B. So, let's do some general adjustments because the tier list itself, everything's on there now. But let's do some general adjustments here because, I personally don't agree with everything here. These are definitely good. I'd say everything down to B plus is like solid locked. This is what I would say for from here to B plus, all this stuff is good. But Florant, I don't know. Himper's too high and Luminami's too. Luminami legitimately loses to so much. It loses to so much. You were talking, like, all the cases you were making were strict 1v1 scenarios that require you to constantly read your opponent correctly. Luminami cannot switch it, like, even as a bulky thing, it cannot switch into any, it cannot switch into Borak because Mega Chomp 2 shots. It cannot switch into Seer Knight because Searing Steel 2 shots. Tatab 2 shots. Zulong 2 shots. Eclipse can beat it 1v1 if it switches in. It's only good for Obsidragon, assuming it doesn't have Mega Chomp, although I think it still beats it. Avitross, Sharpen, Thunder Crash, 2-shot. Softwater Dodge, Barbs exist. That's not... Eclipse cannot beat it. What are you talking about? You're talking about a useless defensive Luminami. You're assuming 1, Poison Barbs are up, and 2, you're already in against them. Luminami, stall. Eclipse. 200. Smart, because that's actually better than Nimble right now. I would personally believe so. Raging Howl. Luminous Roar. With the Light Essence. Like, Luminous Roar actually does more. Cool. Right then and there, it's already, like, Luminami switching in is already putting itself at a huge disadvantage. And this is before I do anything bulk-wise with it. So, like, even, let's say it is poisoned. Luminami switches in. Luminous Roar, chunks it for a third. Leftovers come up. Turn 2. Luminous Roar, chunks it for a third. You Soft Water, cool, you get a 5th back plus leftovers. You dodge, it disperses. Suddenly you're now taking half and you're still under half because you've already taken 2/3 of your HP. Let's see, 2/3 is 66. 2/8 is a 4. Okay, no, never mind. You're above a half. You're above half now. By the end of that. So you dodge on there, disperse, and the next turn you Luminous Roar and you Maroon. By that you've taken 2/8, which is a 4th. This puts them at half, and then this puts it at 3/8. 3/8 of their health, which is still more than that. And then next turn you dodge. Next turn you dodge, and you're still under half. Like, the Eclipse heavily favors that matchup. Like, even if you switch in, like sure, let's say they reach you to switch in and they just disperse. You know, they're already starting off at doing half to you. It's just not worth. And then, oh wait, I'm sorry, that was with Awakening. That's with the damage boost. Sorry, there we go. And I total Eclipse. So let's do my set real quick. All right, this is my set. Health Amulet. I might do Smart, I might do Clever, I don't know, but I'll probably do Smart. 196, 152. I don't care about outspeeding Shachi anymore, so what's the next thing under that? Let's go Speed. Base Speed. There we go. Base stats. Okay. I'm just redoing my thing because Shachi isn't really worth outspeeding anymore. So what's next after Shachi? What's worth outspeeding? Cinnamoth. You care? You care enough to outspeed Cinnamoth? Is Cinnamoth going to be that big of a problem? No. Ereptodon is the next thing you'd want to outspeed, and that's 139. You want to hit 140 speed. There we go. Cool. 140 speed. 150. Oh, okay, cool. Nothing changed about my set. Nice. So there you go. There's that set. Cool. And now you have Luminami sitting here doing less than a quarter, and you have Scapegoat and Disperse. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say, Sazine. Yep, Scapegoat, and beat it. Yeah, bulky to Eclipse, yeah. Why would one run an offensive Luminami? Because it's better than the defensive one has 0 utility. You're just sitting there sponging damage. But why do that when, like, it doesn't change the fact that you're getting 2-hit KO'd by Borak? Because Borak barely 2-shots you, but it still 2-shots you. And the offensive one still makes you lets them 2-shot you, but you can actually return some damage. So, like, what's the point of investing in defense if it's not going to affect the outcome? Like here, let's instead of just talking about it, let's show it off. Mega Chomp, 71 per. Oh wait, is this all right? Yeah, okay. 71% chance to 2-hit KO after health recovery. Are you sure you want to chance that? You sure you want to chance that? Oh, but just dodge. The next turn you come in and boom, it won't two-shot you. Yeah, we're going to have to redo everything. Yep. That is how that will work. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want another example, Ibrahim? Here. Okay. Here's Avitros. Avitros. Thunder Crash. Let's give you Sleet Shot. Oh well, this is actually. Oh wait, Gamma Pulse. This is your set that you plan on running with your bulky thing. Oh, okay, cool. You don't get two-shot by this, but you do absolutely nothing to them, and that gives them the freest of sharpens, and suddenly you're 2-hit KO'd by it. Like, that's free set. Bulky Luminami is set up fodder for Avitros. Cool. Avitros now wins Seer Knight. Let's do this. Let's do my little heavy shield. Oh wow, that's some hot damage you're doing right there. Brawny. Searing Steel. Nice. 3-hit KO. 3.3% chance to hit 3-hit KO. Guaranteed 3-hit KO. Oh, but what if I dodge one time? Oh crap, you just gave him a power focus. Like, the defensive one just gives everything else so many more opportunities. But instead of this and this, guaranteed 3-hit KO. Remember that. Okay, yeah, that's okay, sure. You got me. You got me. This is the only one that matters. This is the only time this matters. Searing Steel, guaranteed 2-hit KOs if you're not defensive. My bad. I guess, because Seer Knight's so common, let's run defensive so that we lower our overall damage output. And, yeah. Here. It's definitely not worth making, you know, Avitros actually sweat a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Thunder Crash is a 10% chance to 2-hit KO now. Oh, no. I would rather take the actual offensive presence. Like, even if you say pairing it with Poison Barbs, this right here, assuming here, you have a very, 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 very solid chance at two-shotting them. And even if they do perch, you have this nice juicy +1 now, and suddenly they're not going to be able to out-perch you. And yeah, sure, you're taking a lot of damage from the Thunder Crash here, but then you know, eventually you just swap out because, you know, your ability restores 25% of your HP. And it's just better overall utility than sitting there sponging damage but being able to do nothing in return. And highest usage, probably Zulong. And Avitros can perch on you switch. Avitros, you know, energy is a factor there. A very solid two-shot, plus getting outsped. Very solid? What do you mean very solid? 10%? 11%, my bad. Let's see, yeah, 11% chance of getting two-shot. And now you're worried about that 11%, so you're going to sacrifice all of this so you can do this and do nothing. And suddenly you are now set up fodder for the bird. Because you cannot beat it. You cannot beat it if you are defensive. But you can beat it if you are offensive. Like, if they try and set up on you, you win because you beat that. What kind of damage are you... Oh my god. But what are you doing besides sponging hits? Like, what are you doing? Besides sponging hits with the defensive thing, what are you doing? What else are you providing to the team besides just sponging damage and just sitting there? If you want to just sponge damage and sit there, Obsidragon does that a million times better. Stall is supposed to sponge it. Stall also does something besides that, though. Stall does something. Haze prevents setup spam. Oh, you can't do that. Cool. Poison. Sure. If you can manage to keep your poison barbs up, you could do that till what, Seer Knight, and still lose majority of the time, and you know, lose guaranteed to Avatros every time. Like what do you do? Stall is not just about sitting there. Stall is about putting the, you know, yes, stall is less offensive, for sure. You got me there. But stall also hurts the team against... hurts the opposing team. They force the switches that cause the hazards to rack up. They force scenarios in which they win because they can do other things than just sit there and take hits. Like, if you can't do anything about them setting up on you, you're not properly stalling because you're losing. If you're only able to sponge hits, that's not good stall. Like, you're still able to sponge hits, just not as well, obviously. Oh, what? You need 91 speed here, so you'd run 56 defense here, 200 smart. It's just Luminami is not good at stall because it has no defensive utility. Like, it is defensive. It can take a hit. Yes, you are right. But, like, it doesn't do anything in return. And if it's not doing anything, it's going to lose. Oh, but it can soft water and spam dodge. Okay, but how's that hurting the opponent? Oh, poison barbs. Okay, cool. You just gave them the ability to get rid of it because you were spamming. You went soft water, they went Avatros, and they gusted away your crap. Cool. Oh no. Now you have to go risk your Terrafly to get them back up. It's just not good. Offensive Luminami better. But anyway, oh my god, I've been rambling on about that for way too long. Anyway, Avatros good. Yeah. Seti Mars, let's see. I feel like it's solid B. It's good here. Valkyrie, I'm not sure about B, but like B. Alright, one I'm really not sure about is... Like, if it had poison, it's automatically better. Because, like, it's not reliant on the whole poison barbs thing. Like, even poison would help Luminami as a defensive thing be so much better. Because then, while it's spamming the recovery, you're actually reliably chipping down the opponent because you have control over how they're poisoned. Like, toxic spikes are good, yes, but the opponent also has control over, or most of the time actually has control over whether or not that affects them. So, at least with poison, you choose when they're poisoned, for sure, guaranteed, 100%. Which is why Luminami would be a lot better at stall if it poisoned. But poison could also be removed. I mean, that just depends on the... Yeah, Wonder Herb is also a thing, but like... Florant. Yeah, barbs are definitely a lot easier to deal with than actually... yeah, anyway, we're done with that. Is there a viable Wonder Herb user even? Florian. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Houndoom. Mewtwo is right where it belongs. Gobademic, Florant. Yeah, Florant works. Gobademic can do it. It's just... I don't even think Florent should be using Wonder Herb. It's just better at it than Wiki. Turkey's alright, like, nothing good. It's not good. Don't get me wrong. Don't mince my words. Don't mince words, but Turkey's not good, but, you know, its utility's alright. Should check the cows now. Oh, I forgot to release them. Oh god, I'm bad. There's only like one in here now. I forgot to release the ones I did check earlier. People just use it with health gift. Yeah, you would run like health gift, provoke, or health gift, provoke, maybe poison. But if it's going to be mostly support, then you'd probably want just health gift, provoke, wonder herb, and then maybe mud blast or something. Or Gobblegoop, just to reduce energy. Totub is decent with Wonder? No, it's not. No, you wouldn't want to use Totub for Wonder Herb. Totub's meant to apply offensive pressure. On offensive Luminami, should I run Mind's Eye? Yeah, definitely. You don't really need soft water if you have the recovery from switching out. But anyway, Florent, I want to say Florence here, but loses. Chili Chomp just kind of screwed it. It could beat this. It beats this solidly. Its poison can hinder a lot of these. Yo, can you donate a Loomian? That's not what I do. Can we get Thunder Crash on the bird? Yes. Yes, we can. I think the poison from Florent is what keeps it up here, because while all of this can deal with it, it can actually hinder them very well, and its general utility with Sap Plant also makes it a lot more durable than one would expect. Okay, here's a good example of Florent. Florent is better at stall than Luminami, because while it does dodge spam for recovery with like Sap Plant also hurts them. You have control over it. They can spread poison, and it also has, you know, Wonder Herb if you want to be support too. And that's why Florian's better with the stall than Luminami is right now, at least. Right now, unless Luminami gets defensive utility in the future, then Luminami will not up here definitely, but you know, he would rise up here. Where's the Fire Bun? Fire Bun's right there. Fire Bun up here. But yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna leave this tier list here. Our Totem's next update confirmed. They're confirmed to come with the third theater, whenever that is. That is when they are confirmed to come. So next update's probably the holiday update, which I don't think the Totems will come with. But with the third theater, they are confirmed to come with them, along with fruit. All of the rally stuff will be unlockable. Totup does get a hard hitting grass thing, but should be lower than Falcon Terrafly. I mean, Setimars legitimately does the same thing as Valkyrie, except on the physical side. It boosts its way through walls, and it could actually boost its way through because it's physically bulky enough to take on Obsidian. It could actually boost through Obsidian, assuming you don't hit it first. But yeah, why would one use Setimars when Borak exists? Are we going to be getting? Yeah, they did say we'll be getting info on it this week. But anyway, that's how I feel about this tier list. I am fairly confident down to B+, like 100% solid. You cannot convince me otherwise on these placings. But C-, like down here, Swolder, the C- crew, and the C crew I am solid on. It's just this B to C+ is just like I'm not super sold on. Yeah, yeah. Here you go. Here's an example. Umbrat. Let's have Umbrat here. Umbrat, Raging Tackle, 61 to 72. All right, cool. 61.2. Let's remember that. Sharp Claws, where you at? Dark Essence. Slap Down. 58.5. That is 2.7% lower. That is 2.7% lower than Umbrat's Raging Tackle. And it has the utility of knocking an item off. And Vesperatu has better stats overall. And it's not even Brawny. And a Brawny Vesperatu is actually viable. With Brawny, it does more than Umbrat. It's not the holiday update's not actually coming this week. They said news on it is coming this week. So there you go. Poor Umbrat. Umbrat just kind of died because the nerf. Anyway, yeah, that's my tier list for now. But this is just a reminder. This is all conceptual. This is all conceptual. Like there's no playtesting in any of this because I obviously haven't played PvP with this stuff. Dude, Trumbull could break through Ventation. Yeah. What would you suggest for buffs on the lower stuff? Swolder needs reworked entirely. Wiki is just... There's nothing you can do to save it. It has a bunch of tools. It's just... Wiki is more doubles oriented anyway, so it's okay. Cinemoth needs like a quiver dance. This needs actual defensive utility. Umbrat, it's just outclassed now. Like, even if you buffed Overshadow back up, Vesperatu would still be more used because the slapdown utility is much better than just Umbrat nuking itself, paired with Vesperatu's better stats. Gobademic needs more cover to take advantage of its hidden ability, and it needs something like Nasty Plot to be used offensively, but in general, this meta, it doesn't support the defensive stuff, so like the utility stuff just doesn't work when Mewtwo just denies you with Raging Howl anyway. Ventation deserves to be higher. It beats Borok and Searknight. So because it can beat these two, you think it deserves to be on the same level of utility as these, where they have more better matchups? I would go for a pure Brawny mustache. Remember, Ibrahim, in general, you also have to take into account the two gods being you have to take into the two, because like all of these rankings also take into account these two. Like, we're not ranking stuff when not including them. Like, if we did that, then things would be different. If we weren't including those at all, Luminami, Ventation, Gastroke, they would all be higher. Because you'd be able to do so much more with actual bulky stuff, because these two aren't just plowing through everything. But when we take into account these two, they will get nerfed though, but we're talking about this meta, and this meta has not nerfed them yet, so we have to take them into account because they are a problem. Until they get nerfed, we cannot discuss what it is, like how everything's viability based off of the nerf stuff, because one, we don't know exactly how everything will be nerfed, and two, they just aren't nerfed. Like, so, yeah. So, those are my thoughts. With some low-key needs compound eyes for more accurate sleep powder. If it had quiver dance, that'd be cool, but we don't have that. Yeah, pretty much, Ibrahim. That's why they're all the way up here. But there are ways to deal with them, because they eventually do chip themselves down to a point where you can kill them. They won't kill your entire team, but they're definitely overpowered. But yeah, put one of the two cows in your team, and they're automatically better. That's basically what this means. Why is Mewtwo better than Trumbull? The tiers aren't ordered. They're just everything within each tier is not ordered. It's just they're just tiered in these categories. I'm not going to order them. Why is Mewtwo better than Trumbull? I mean, I'd say they're about on the same plane. What does top tier say? It says powercreep.exe. I'd say they're about equal, Muffin. Mewtwo obviously has more immediate power, but Trumbull just boosts through all of its problems. What does Tiki do to be in C+? It can beat Florant. It can beat Himber, Borok, but it's super slow and frail. And in general, its overall damage output's lower than these guys. Well, not this, but you know. It's not down here because it can actually do stuff, but I consider like C and below bad. Like, they're not good. Although Gastric is like a necessary evil if you don't have the stuff to take. If you don't have Serenite, you pretty much need it to take a hit from this boy. You wish Brute Force boosted Raging Tackle? Do you really now? Do you really? Is Brute Force good? Yeah, that's what makes Zulon good. What's the main problem with Volcaloa? There you go. This is its problem. Gobademic is down here. And the fact that they didn't give it enough speed. I mean, it's pretty fast. I mean, let's see here. Gobademic, Zulong, Avitrust, Dusket, Tot-Top, Volcaloa. It's the 6th fastest thing. So it's like, it's pretty darn fast. So like, I don't see that whole argument. Volcaloa needs more melee attack. I mean, if it could live a hit, it'd be pretty cool. It's like, then you could actually set up and, you know, its offense becomes actually threatening. I think Gobademic is like a revenge killer. Its damage is way too low. Like here, Gobademic. 200. Let's just give it Baneful just cause. What do we want to hit? What are we hitting? Serenite? What doesn't Wiki get some love for having the best support moves? Other stuff gets its moves and they do something else. But let's say this is poison and you get Muck Blast. Like, this is fully invested. Like, you need to chip stuff down so hard before this can actually do it. Like, if it could boost its offense, it'd actually be pretty darn good. Because then you come in on things like, like Zulong. Because Zulong actually dies pretty early. Well, it's actually faster than everything, so it could just nasty plot on pretty much everything. And then like with Toxic Essence, boom. Once like you pair this with Poison Barbs, this thing could nasty plot. Like if it got something like nasty plot, let's assume that. Let's assume nasty plot, because Gobademic actually sounds pretty evil. Nasty plot sounds just perfect for it, honestly. It puts us into a thing where it could actually put in work, and then like Serenite. If it's poisoned, yeah, this puts in some sick work. And then it would still have its checks because Borok resists. And, I cannot remember for the life of... I cannot remember any of this, but... But yeah, so like, Nasty Plot would be like the biggest buff to this thing. Valkyrie. You could, yeah. Well, like, he becomes a late game cleaner with Nasty Plot, and that's cool. But he doesn't have that, and thus I feel like the immunity from status is pretty cool. Like, you come in on a Florian, although I would say if there were other forms of status that were more common, like if Nuzzle was on something that's actually pretty common, then, you know, come in on that. But oh yeah, let's see how low can we go here. Frail. Oh yeah, 18. Let's go -6. Oh yeah. 4 attack. 4 attack at level 50. Gobademic God. Anyway, I have streamed for an hour longer than I wanted to. Oh yeah, Gobademic with Gust would be cool, because then it gets more utility. Like, there are things you can do with Gobademic. Anyway. Oh wait, what am I doing? Very frail. Ah yeah, 3 attack. Battle Chant is exclusive to Shachi, sorry. But here, let's go +6. Very brawny. 40. 200. Ah yeah, now we're up. Just saying. You need very brawny just to tie with +2. Anyway, yeah, I know, Oppress is also exclusive. Anyway, I should get off and do other stuff, but this is my tier list. Conceptually. This is not playtested. Anyway, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and post it on Twitter, just so people can disagree with me. I gotta do other stuff. I'm going to try to record some things involving the totems, involving a video on why UPs really do matter. And yeah, so that's fun. So I am going to just leave y'all. Enjoy. And I hope y'all enjoyed this crap. Maybe y'all learned some sets you could have on stuff. If you didn't, just check out the other streams. We went in depth on pretty much everything here. So yeah, I'll see y'all another time. Ooh. See ya. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this hand here, but I'm just gonna... Okay, I'm done.